What's up, you guys? Welcome to the Culture Cast with myself, Brian, and the other fella.
Story with you, buddy.
This is the part where you say your name, Tubbs.
Oh yeah, the name is Tubbs, kids.
So, before we get started, I have to say hello to our Spotify listeners because yes, the Culture Cast is now available on Spotify. I've set us up for a podcast as well, so yeah, that should be fun. See how that goes. So hello to everyone in the chat. How is everyone doing?
Hello to everyone on Spotify and to the chat and to the world around, son, to the world around. How y'all be doing?
So, like, for the people that are actually just listening to this, you're not. A lot of the jokes, the small jokes, are going to go right over your head, just like Tubbs.
Exactly, right? I mean, if you don't see him go over my head, you can just picture it. Make it a fantasy, like an audio book, if you will.
He's a tiny fella, like the fella in Game of Thrones.
Hey, I'm more like a fucking hobbit crossing the lands of Mordor and shit, you know?
A Harfoot.
Well, fuck off, no. Definitely a hobbit.
So let's say hello to the lovely folks in the chat. Mick Holohan says, "Death by doggies and painting."
Painting.
Jonathan Redmond says, "Evening all. Mick, can we toss soup at the paintings?" Nice cultural reference there. Mick says, "Wait till I varnish them, Jono." How are you anyway? Scarf After Dark, hello. Welcome to the Culture Cast.
Story.
That is Chantel, I think. So welcome, guys. Shabby Geek is here. He warned me that the Culture Cast had to be
Shabby's
on
early today.
Well, he warned me we had to be on today because he was off. So we are here.
Yes.
We did, of course, take a week off last week. We've had various shit going on in our lives. So yeah, that happens.
Yes. The real life chemical and Bruno.
Mick says hello after dark. Fuller's Figure says, "Why is Gary Neville in the thumbnail?" Yeah, Gary Neville does give off a very Halloween vibe, doesn't he?
He really fucking does, like.
It's the fact he looks like an orc as well. All good here, Mick. How is the figure painting going? And Mick says, "Unleash the dwarf." That is our little Tubbsy. Chris is here, our funny picture producer. He says, "Evening." And Mick says, "Wow, congrats, guys." Smitty Scarf says, "Hi, Mick." Sup, Connor and Chris. And this is what happens every week. All our chats say hello to each other. It's awesome. Jared is here. Hey, Jared. Hey, everyone.
Story, Jared.
Mick, me old mucker.
Me old mucker, I say. Me old mucker, is it?
Jared, Jono. So Tubbs like, Scuba Pete is here as well. Scuba Pete.
Scuba, right, story, buddy.
Lord Shanty, Connor. James is here. Well done, James.
Fucking James. How are you, bud?
Scuba. Yep, it's me, Shanty. Hey, Brian. Hey, Shanty.
Hello, Shanty.
Why Scuba? Mick said that. Mick and Connor's block war continues on for another week. Raging.
It's a forever-ending story, really, isn't
it? Tubbs' Hasbro selfie figure will be life-sized. Lucky bastard.
Man, Tom will make that shit happen at some point, buddy.
If you've got 80 euros that you want to spend on that.
You know me, dude. This face is going to end up in an action figure at some point in our lifetime. Like,
well, you've always wanted to play with yourself, so.
So, man, I can just like grab the figure in my hand and then grab my penis in the other
hand. Figure there. I'm glad you said figure, like so.
I also said penis after it, but you blocked me out and said that one.
There goes our PG rating. Not to be ever one.
Oh yeah. There's no PG rating in this show.
Hey, Jonathan. Tom is here as well. Scuba Pete, Shabby. Excuse me, guys. I've got a bit of a cough still from last week, so don't mind that. Mr. Scuba. Mick says, "Jonathan, just finishing my 12th Infantry Guardian for the Eldar, or they are now called Eldari. Did I pronounce that right? Eldari? I don't know. Chris says, "That's a Freudian nightmare there," as Tubbs tells the missus he's playing with himself. I think she knows.
Story, kids.
Lobot is here. Hello, gang.
Lobot. Story, buddy.
Snapper's here. Hey, dude. Welcome to. He says hello, everybody. It's more of a love story, to be fair, guys. Shabby says, "Great lads in the chat tonight." Mick says, "Have you any Aspect Warriors lined up?" They're getting proper nerdy with this paint and stuff. It's fucking awesome.
It's like
we actually, as some of you know, we do an art corner. We'll be doing that pretty soon. and I've got some stuff from Mick to show tonight as well. So
Oh
the
yeah, there's
few
updates. Deadly.
Hey Scuba, Shabby, Blinky, Connor, Lobot, Fabulous, Jared, Tom, and James. Hello, Shanty. Simon is here, our resident artist. Trick or treat.
Buddy.
He's Avatar's class.
And he has a new Halloween picture in his thing as well. I like that.
That's what I meant. I said he's
For
Avatar's class.
out October. I knew what you meant.
He sets a low standard and fails with disaster. Hey Shanty, sup Lobot, and okay, so I'm going to jump. I'm going to have to jump in the chat there a bit. So hey Scarf, Shabster. Chris says, hey Brian, play the cat video that looks like Freddie Mercury from the group. Shabby will love that. No, I'm not doing that. That's from another stream. So I'm not impinging on rights and shit there. I don't know, still deciding to get outside. Guardians, the new Guardian models are amazing. And Tom says, Tubbs, don't give us too much information. It spoils the mystique.
I will keep it secret, keep it safe, as they say.
Tubbs does never want to hold back, to be fair. He might have been
literally and figuratively.
He might have been held back, but he doesn't hold back. Hey, Fab, Shanty, and Jared. Do not play that, Chris. Yeah, so in case you didn't know, Tubbs, Shabby has an innate fear of cats. Or sorry, no, not cats.
I'm like that with dogs, though, to be fair, so I kind of get it.
Actually, I'm wrong. It's animals that talk. So, tip of the cat and all the chat.
Well, to be fair, I do fucking kind of get it, right? Because, and I don't know if I've ever told this story. I'm going to tell it anyway. Brian knows this. Dwarfs in costumes freak me the fuck out, man.
And that is ironic because you practically are one in costume.
Dude, it's fuck. I mean, I can see a dwarf in a movie, sorted, no problem. In a costume, fucking, oh, that shit fucks with my brain. Cannot deal with that fucking shit at all. Like, so fucking weird and just, ugh.
Still everyone saying hello to each other. Gotcha, Mick, so you just painted them and not planning on gaming with them. So, Chris says, I can't play it, Shabby. It's up to Brian. I don't know if this is like a bait or something. Lads, how good was She-Hulk? Loved every episode. Oh, we have things to say about some things this week.
I think we have a lot of things to say about a lot of things this week.
Jonathan Mick says, not yet, but I'll get the codex soon. I don't know anyone to play, but I love painting them.
Fuck off, like.
Jeez, he must be fucking nearly on top of you as he's slice of him.
He just keeps circling the fucking the camera over the light.
He wants to eat you, Tubbs.
Oh, there's gonna be Shantytown crazy fucking shit going on then, like.
Agreed, it's the best thing since Alien Wars. Hey, Lobot. How do I send a bit of art? Tom, if you're on Twitter, you can follow me.
Yes.
At Reagan09, and I will add you to the Culturecast group. That's how I share.
The more art, the merrier, my son. Bring it all in.
Dwarf and costumes freak him out. I bet you he doesn't look in the mirror on Halloween then.
See, I'm not a dwarf. This is the fucking thing. I'm just an Irish shark guy. I ain't no dwarf. So dwarfs in costumes can fucking, like, time bandits.
He doesn't qualify for dwarfism because he's an inch over.
Do you remember that kids film? They said it was a kids film years ago. Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory is the fucking shit. The stuff of fucking nightmares, man. That shit's fucking nightmare fuel.
Tubbs hates it. Oompa loompa doopa dee doo.
You fucking know that song creeps me out, man. And the lads in the chat are probably like, what is he talking about? Yeah, I have a fear of that fucking thing. Like,
Smuggler's Canyon is here. Hey, smugglers. Dr. Smuggles, as Mick called you. Story question. So yeah, this has been a pretty chaotic start so far.
Yeah.
I'm really finding it hard to keep up with the chat here.
Dude, I'm telling you need a moderator.
What sort of yeah, but I still have to read them out, like, so. We talking real freaky shit like midgets and grey jeans?
Oh, hey, Christian.
Connor Shabby, Dr. Smuggles, Tubbs. If Tubbs doesn't dress up as a minion, I'll be disappointed.
Halloween is around the corner, kid.
Tried yellow face on him before, but people got offended.
Yeah, people are so fucking like, ooh.
So Tubbs, what you're saying is, just like Shabby, you shouldn't have taught me this fear. You've just done the same. Back in a minute.
Oh, fuck. Why did I do that? I should know better, right? After 73 episodes, I should know this by now.
Wait, Tubbs is afraid of the Oompa Loomp song? Yes, he is.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so show and tell, Tubbs. Have you got something for show and tell this week?
I literally have two small things, and
G-Force.
that's which.
G-Force is here
Oh,
too.
G-Force, what's the story, buddy?
Connor says
I
Gary
actually,
Force.
and this
Yeah.
actually, I'll do this first because the other one adds in.
Hold on,
Kind of
I
like
shall
just,
make you a little bit
I
bigger.
think I showed you this before, right? But
Yeah.
compliments of my sister and her new graphic design venture, I have now received my logos.
Oh, that is really cool.
Isn't that fucking cool? For the podcast, anything, and they're actually sticker based. I can take them off and put them on stuff. But they're the logos for my podcast and my production label.
So, like, Tubbs has a podcast, but he hasn't done it since last year or something. So, you're going to be relaunching that soon, isn't it?
It's been relaunched, yeah. So that's kind of why I got her to do the banners up and stuff. For kind of like wow, but yeah. So that's the Twisted Tubbs podcast, Twisted Tubbs Productions, Twisted Tubbs YouTube channel, which is going to be rebranded to Twisted Tubbs TV when it comes back in the new year. But
logos.
And then I also got this because drawing is a very big venture of mine at the moment.
Ah, nice.
And look at this shit, like fucking step by steps in there and fucking everything, man.
Nice. Very cool.
No, I'll actually do it this way. Look, where's the thing? Wow.
I can almost feel the breeze.
But yeah, you get it. You get the point. Like it literally goes in like fucking detail: eyes, ears, nose, the mouth. So yeah, it's really fucking helping. It's all detailed. They give you fucking thought from different artists. They give you kind of like different basically bits of information of why you should highlight in certain areas on certain characters and things like that. So it's really cool. So I'm going to really go through that book in a fine tooth comb, and I'm going to see what I can actually create from it.
Tubbs, I have to show you this before I show you or before I do my whatchamacallit, I can't think of the word. My show and tell. I must show you this first.
Oh gosh.
It's you.
Oh fuck me in my face.
So for anyone who can't see, we're showing Tubbs a picture of himself with his face imbued onto a leprechaun. It's fucking great.
Oh, I don't like that at all. Take it off the screen.
Okay. Okay, so that's the last of that we're gonna do.
And I'm not being just to clarify, right? I'm not being like all weird about dwarfs because I actually fucking that's all fucking dwarf people are cool. It's just whatever the fuck it is about costumes on them, it's just fucking weird. And there's certain films that have fucked with me over my childhood. Maybe that's the weirdest fucking phobia someone ever had.
Game of Thrones, does that freak you out?
No, because he's in a real person costume.
He's in a costume the whole time.
Yeah, but it's a real person costume. I mean, the orange faces and the Time Bandit get-ups, and yeah, it's just fucking weird.
So, like Vern Troyer.
Can't explain it. Don't know where it came from. I know I was young.
And, Austin Powers.
Oh fuck me! That's nightmare fuel. It's just fucking mini me shit like Christ. Real person clothes, not so much. It's all good. When you put them in weird costumes, that's when my fucking brain starts to kind of leak.
Simon says nice logo. James says they're cool.
Nice one, boy. Yeah, I'm very happy with how they turned out. Actually,
Tubbs looking like Man of Steel 2 might be a real thing. Say nothing yet. We're going to let him talk about it in a while.
Yeah, Brian's giving me time to talk about it later, kids. Yay!
The part where you can go. Yeah, Jesus, 20 people in the chat. This is fucking awesome. So that's why it's so hard for me to keep up. I'm not going to read out every comment. I'm just going to read out the ones that are actually talking because most of it is people saying hello. It's okay. I wasn't correcting your spelling. Wanted you to know it's not Josh. So no great pants jokes from me. I don't think you can be in the chat unless you make great jokes at Christians.
Yeah, of course.
Brian, check your Twitter messages. We did that. Grey Pants Chanty. Oh, the irony with that comment. Scarf After Dark. That was a sneaky Grey Jeans dig right there. Wafting art in our faces. Oh, we'll be doing that shortly. Don't know what you're talking about. I'm completely innocent. Never you, Shanty, being completely innocent. Don't you start Shabby getting the whole family involved. Two against one.
Hmm?
Jonathan said, Christian fairness, irony, and Americans are just not a thing. I'm not going there. I'm not going there. G4 says, you're not cool unless you wear grey jeans. I
I
don't
got
have
grey
anything
jeans,
grey.
man. It's not good.
I don't actually have great anything on
But I'm
today.
wearing combats today. Look,
We don't want
that
to see your
shit. My
pants.
knee
So.
pads on. I'm like,
Confirmation if ever we needed the Tubbs is actually wearing pants.
yes, look, I fucking am wearing them. Yes.
Is that fancy dress or just everyday attire, Tubbs? He's on about the mini people like
Oh yeah, look at you.
smugglers. What are you wearing for Halloween? Shanty says, I used to own grey work pants. Now I wear no pants since I work from home. That's the best way to do it, really.
That is the
I think
best fucking way.
if I wore no pants at work, I would probably be arrested. Like so. But then again, I work
I
beside
applaud that
a desk.
100 fucking percent.
So Tubbs, do you mean all dwarfs are cool or just the ones you met?
Dude, anyone's I've met are cool. Anyone's I've seen, like, you know, Game of Thrones, fucking Jackass, all good. Crazy, weird, fucking orange painted fucking lunatics in fucking Oompa Loompa costumes. Fuck me in my face.
Connor says, do you remember John Major from Spitting Image? He was head to toe grey. I remember it. Those puppets were freaky, actually, now that you think of it.
Yeah, they were fucking, that was nightmare fuel shit, like.
Mikey Casey, how are you, Mikey? Welcome to the chat.
Sorry,
Tubbs
Mikey.
is Father Johnny, a dwarf in a costume.
Fuck you, buddy.
He is, actually. You're in a costume, Tubbs.
He's a small Irish priest. There's a big fucking difference.
Be careful now. Connor's in the chat. He might have memories of Father Michael, is it? He's one.
Father Michael for Dingling, he's Fadango.
That's where the Dingaling song came from. Major was so dull, he just sucked the colour out of everything is all the show.
Pissed on true events for Connor.
Fucking hell, Brian. I remember when this show was edgy. Are we all PC now, Father? No, we're not. I was only joking. Me, PC.
Can of Coke and a Twix and we'll sort that shit for you, Jonathan.
Well, that's the way. Shabby, I want to dress up as something really horrendous this year. Thinking of dressing as an Everton player. Or you could dress up as Jurgen Klopp. That's fairly horrendous. Wait a minute. Are those camo pants for the DX wrestling figures?
Dude, I fucking tell you, man, they might as well because they're fucking comfortable. They look cool. And I'm fucking digging the shit out of them. Like.
Oh, Brian, the perfect one has arrived in your inbox. Oh. You're getting done again, tough.
Smith Lord, I love you, but my God, are you kidding me this week?
Jesus Christ. Oh, this is fucking haunting, I have to say. So, like, basically, the show is like we just rag on Tubbs every week. It's great crack.
Yeah, and I take it because I love you guys. Oh, sweet fucking Jesus! Do you see what I mean? Do you see what I mean? If that was normal people clothes, wouldn't be so bad. That fucking costume is just all fucking weird.
Wait, there's more.
Oh, sweet Jesus Christ above. Yeah, I'm fucking done.
Oh, okay. That's enough of that then. For definite this time. He's gone. He's gone. He's gone. He's gone. Yeah, that was the mini Tubbs Andrew the Giant. Scarf After Dark. I have 2 costumes this year and can't wait to wear them. Smuggler says, that's the line. You literally got your mother and wife to rinse me. Okay. So my show and tell. I have a few bits this week. That's because it was 2 weeks since we last did a show, so I have a good bit.
Yeah.
So these haven't been on my channel yet, so I'll show you these first. And you're going to laugh at this one, Tubbs. So this
is... Give me a look.
Pudgy Pig.
No, it's Power Rangers.
Power Rangers villain. It was only like €11 in TK Maxx.
Really?
They have about 6.
It's what TK Maxx are doing fucking figures now.
Yeah, TK Maxx have always done figures, man.
Oh shit! I'm gonna have to take a fucking stroll in there this week.
Yeah, he could almost swallow
That's
you.
Fucking cool. And the fact that wouldn't be like a normal range fucking figure to find.
Yeah, it was weird. There's about 6 of them in there still. And I got these 2 in Smiths as well on clearance. 2 AEW figures.
Oh fuck yeah, Nick and Matt Jackson.
No, best friends.
Oh, best
Chuck,
friend. Yes, yes, yes.
Chuck Taylor and Trent.
Fucking cool, yeah.
Not too bad, like.
But Jameer
And
fucking. I mean, the Danish Road Smiths is always fucking kind of like. It never has anything good on clearance. Like,
no, it's kind of shite.
yeah.
Then there's these I got from Big Bang last week. Good old Riva.
Riva.
She's pretty cool. And
Oh my god, put it back up again. Trying
Riva,
to remember. What was that? Was it fucking Total Recall when the eyes fucking came out of his fucking head, massive when he was in Mars?
I don't know.
That's
Yeah, I
what she.
think it
That's what
was.
her head looks like. Big, huge, popping eyeballs.
And speaking of big heads, got this fella for you.
That was a great segue, right?
It was, wasn't it? I swear we were professional or something.
Yeah, I mean,
But
we're
yeah,
just we're
the
just we're,
Grand
we're working
Inquisitor.
on our shit, dude.
So
He's
he's
he
pretty
looks cool
cool.
though.
Yeah, and I'll have reviews of these up during the week as well.
But you were saying his day went down as well, right?
No, Grand Inquisitor's new. Riva was 20, all
Oh,
right.
okay, right, okay,
But,
okay.
the rest, yeah, they're all like scabby clearance boys. um, yeah, so that's Connor, Father Michael flashbacks incoming. So that's what you got it done. Show and tell. Oh no, Connor's Father Michael will give him nightmares again, lads. Okay, so it's time for the art corner, the ORT corner. And I have a few in messages and stuff, but I think you have something first, don't you?
Well, I mean, if you've got a few to show now, you can throw those up and
Chanty said that's weird. There was a Father Michael when I was in middle school. So he was sent to America after he tormented all the little boys in Connor's school.
this is how it kind of works they've caused all the trouble inside in the Irish Catholic schools. They tend to like fuck them off over to the States to kind of like fix the things
Yeah.
as Irish priests like to fix.
Oh, Lord. All the relax. I just want to take pictures. Memes are a little too close to home. Oh God. Oh, the Jeffrey Dahmer things. What the fuck am I watching? The roast of Twisted Clubs. It's here every Tuesday night.
I'm sorry if I've offended you in any way.
Chris, bonus points for ruining Superman for Tubbs.
No, nobody could ever fucking ruin Superman for me, kid.
Oh, wow, Chris is on fire. Is that Tubbs' house in the background? Action Pop Dad is here. Hey, Nick, how are you, dude?
Buddy, how are you?
Christian, it's the other side of the room from Brian. Yeah, I can hear him here. Bang. Hey, APD, yo, APD. It's almost like a rap thing. Yo, APD.
It's almost like you got to say a G unit at the end of it.
G unit.
See? Just flies off the tongue.
Or it doesn't in that case. It sounded like I was stuttering. Right, I'm going to concentrate on talking animal vids for Shabby and calling Tez a rent boy again. Tubbs is taking and hammering, and we're not even 20 minutes in.
Yeah, literally only 20-minute mark, and I got destroyed
yo.
tonight. Like, it's all in good fun, though, kids. I enjoy it very much.
Never figured you for a quitter, Chris. Wow.
I can always sense the love in my tears in the shower after these shows.
Yeah, he cries himself to sleep with a butt plug in. Tubbs, don't mention Total Recall. I still have the video of you as Kuatu on the phone, and I'm too weak not to send it.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Did you get through, boy? Rolando Flores is here. Hey, Rolando. Shabby says, you need Tony Hart's gallery music for your art part.
We have a packed house tonight, kid.
We do have an art thing, actually, don't we? Hey, Rolando. That's an instant copyright strike. Okay, I'm going to try and say this. Achondrophagia, the fear of little people. A good friend of mine suffered from it. We had some good times with it. I love the way you said, oh, my friend suffered with it. But we had great crack.
We had great times fucking with this guy for years on end.
Probably right, Jonathan. And just everyone say hello to Rolando.
Story buds. Story to everyone right now.
Tried in
There's
one
a
of my
lot of
shorts
people.
to get a strike before the HD version was even halfway encoded. Um, no way, Jonathan. See, they ruin everything. Did anyone else notice Rolando's thumbnail is right on topic tonight? Oh my god! Look at the tubs. Look at his thumbnail. It's a
Where's
midget
it?
in it's a midget in a sombrero and a nappy.
Oh no way! Is that just
Oh,
ironic or what? Or was that done on purpose?
that is an amazing spot, by the way, Chris. 21 likes, only 21 watching, only 12 likes. Do your part, folks. Yeah, like that smash button or smash that like button, whichever you want. Yeah, for once, I'm not joking, Shabby. Mike Casey, Tubbs, are you afraid of Yoda?
Yoda's not a fucking dwarf, though, dude. He's a puppet. I'm not a crazy person. I can
He's a bit
decipher.
taller than you, though.
He's a fictional character, though. You know what I mean? So it's weird. I can decipher
You
my brain.
mean
My
to
brain
say
is pretty
Jedi
damn.
is not a real religion?
Yeah, but my brain is pretty damn fucking insane as is.
In the membrane?
But I can decipher that shit. You know,
Hump that like button, everyone. Yeah, hump it up, hump everything.
pump the shit out of it. Fucking
Hump it,
press it
please, hump the
hard,
door.
kids.
I have wild tub fantasies of shooting tubs out of a cannon.
Oh, dude, fucking
Wow.
hell. I thought you had, like, I'm glad that you said canon because that just really sounded like you wanted me in a porno with you. Like,
Okay. You went there,
oh
like.
my God, Connor.
Oh my God, Connor. Are you able to go to Disneyland?
Dude, I am Disneyland. Like, they fucking,
See, I think though, like it would be unfair of anyone to bring Tubbs to Disneyland because of the height restrictions. He wouldn't be able to go on anything.
dude, I'll
He'd
just
have to
headbutt
look
the
at
fucker
everything.
into the fucking balls, man. Do you know what I mean? Run up fucking straight headbutting the balls, walk on onto that shit. It's all good.
Tubbs, if you done away with all the mirrors in your house, then
No, dude, because I love looking at myself. It's fucking insane.
Shabby next week on YouTube, Shabby and Tubbs' phobia stream.
Oh,
I think we're halfway through Tubbs' one already. So hump like a dwarf dressed like Burt Reynolds would hump Tubbs' leg.
I gotta get rid of the rest of this. Like,
Who said I'm starting to grow on myself? Who said he didn't, Tubbsy? Okay, so the art. Let's get
okay.
go. Let's do this.
So I say you show like what? How many do you have in?
I have a couple.
Okay. Is there updates on Razor Laser?
No. These are just different stuff.
Okay, that's cool. Let's go.
Okay, so first up, we have the good old Mick Houlihan.
I'm
He has
Mick.
shared some of his painting of his model stuff.
Oh, very cool. Very cool.
So you can check those out there. Check the detail on that. It's so fucking good. You can see.
Wow. I wish I could do that stuff, man. I wish I was good at fucking painting figures, man.
I mean, like that's just like painting a normal room for you.
Yeah, very much so. Yeah.
Well,
Fucking,
no, I'm only messing. I'm gonna stop. We'll
that's
get
really
more.
fucking. Oh, that's really
There's
fucking
another
cool,
one.
man.
Check that. That is.
I gotta give him props as well, right? Because the figure is so fucking small.
Yeah, it's the tiny
That's
detail.
gotta be really fucking hard to detail, like.
It's really, really cool.
And I know this is gonna sound like a fucking really noob question to this, but like, do you use it at like a
magnifying glass.
magnifying glass or something to get like fucking in close and stuff, or are you just
you
really
watch
fucking?
little gold spots there and stuff. It's
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, I mean, are you just really accurate with your detailing, or do you use something to get kind of in close and stuff?
You might say Mick always hits the
It's
spot.
really fucking good, man.
That's class. Absolutely love that. Such fucking talent, like that's out there.
Yeah, I love watching other people's work, man. It's fucking great.
So here's one from Sai. Manga Fandanga
Oh
Danga.
wow!
Watch that. Whoa. That is so cool. Absolutely beautiful
See,
picture.
this is what I love, right? Because I'm still learning very much with the drawing process and shadings and all that kind of stuff. When I see someone being able to draw like real faces, like real people faces, man, with that amount of detail, if I fucking applaud it, man, it's so fucking hard to do.
It's so cool, though, isn't it? It's one of the coolest pictures.
Yeah, I love the I'm getting so distracted at the moment, but
Look into my eyes, Tubbs. Look into my eyes.
it's a fucking fantastic fucking image, man.
Look how slutty I am. It's excellent
Genuinely
work,
now, like
Simon.
yeah,
Honestly.
I've been gladly hang that on a wall.
Okay, so Tubbsy,
Yes,
you have something too.
I do.
Let's see it then.
But I have something, but we have two pieces, so we have to like Brian's
Go
going
and
to
show
assist
me.
me one.
You show me the first one, and I'll show you
I
there.
will, because the reason is all right. Okay,
Alright, I'll make you big again.
yeah, if that's indeed possible. All right, so this
We've
I
stopped
wanted.
flagging.
I said to Brian, all right, I basically this was supposed to be for last week, but obviously we couldn't do the show. But I wanted to just have fun with something and try to see could I do a full piece instead of just a character on a page. Um, and this is what I ended up coming out with. Should I?
That is
Oh, where are we
absolutely.
going? Yeah, here we go. Got it.
That is
If you can
really
see that.
really cool. Bowser from Super Mario by Tubbs.
Down there. So that's it. That's the full fucking image. Very happy with how that turned out. But I did also try because certain things I'm still learning about, like like how to
Hmm.
blend fire, how to make fire more intense, and things like that, and just other details. So what I did was I took this image, the first image I've now taken, and applied um, a digital finish on it. Tried to
Hmm.
implement digital kind of painting or just digital touches on the final image. So I have sent it to Brian to kind of show you the final image of what I actually came up with.
And this is it.
And now it's not, it's the same image, but it's been changed slightly with digital enhancements. So,
So here
yeah, Brian.
is digitally finished Bowser. What do you think, guys? That's really really cool.
Now, I mean, like, I don't even know because, as I said, when I do these things, I don't know which is better. I don't know if I fucked the picture up by digitally
No,
enhancing it
you
or
definitely didn't fuck the picture up with it. I really really like it.
yeah.
The fire going all around the claws and everything. It's fucking cool.
Yeah, I mean,
I
I
really
said it
really
to you
like
like
it.
when I sent it to you, like I was very impressed because um I didn't kind of like like go like try and perfect this. Remember, I was saying to you was like I was getting into the habit of like I needed every picture to be fucking really good, and that's not art. You're going to have some
Yeah yeah
zingers, you're going
yeah
to have
yeah
some
yeah.
belters, but like this one, I just had fun with it, and I was fucking going, Jesus Christ, just having fun is how you do this.
So
Because when I was just having
what I'm gonna
fun, I
do
came
now,
out with a better
Tubbs,
image.
what I'm gonna do
Hmm?
now, Tubbs, is before we move on, I'm gonna leave your image up there for a minute
Yeah,
whilst we go through the comments talking about all the rest of the stuff as well.
cool.
Uh, I'll just go through the last of these. What about Art Duty 2 with midget dressed like an Oompa Loompa inside? Fuck's sake, Jonathan. Poor Tubbs. I agree. I
Oh,
agree.
thank you, smugglers,
Poor
man. Thank you,
Tubbs
man.
for once. I think I'm going to find a midget in a costume riding an animal. I can make the animal talk for that stream, Shabby. So, onto the things. Simon says, nice, Mick.
Yeah,
Connor says,
very cool.
smashing that paintwork, Mick. Mick is happy. Shabby says, yeah, Mick did a good job on that.
Yeah.
Shanty says, sorry to hop off early, but I have a stream to be guest on in 15 minutes because I'm a stream slut. Tubbs is also a stream slut.
I am very much a stream slut, so I
Have
totally,
a great
totally
show.
understand.
Have a great show. Bye, Brian. Chat. See you later, Chanty.
See you later, Shandy.
So Jonathan says, do it, Chris. And if the midget was dressed like a priest, you could roll Connor into the terror as well. Christ, lads. What are you trying to achieve here? Like, get banged off YouTube. See you, Shanty. Connor said it's easy. He's just using a full size Tubbs paintbrush for it. Wow. Mick says, to your question, Tubbs, no, my deteriorating eyesight. So yeah, he doesn't use a
So what was that
magnifier.
one?
He just uses his eyes. He doesn't use
Oh yeah, okay.
magnifying glass or
Totally got
anything.
it. Totally got you. Because I was just saying, he's trying to get the detail in that man. Looks like it could be a hard one.
It always is a hard one, Tubbs. Cheers, lads. See you, Shanty. Ooh, nice manga. He must have an eye like Peter Cushing in Top Secret. Yes, I love it. Awesome Sai. Hot. I love it. It's no technicality, just hot.
Yeah, I
Dead
mean,
boy, that's awesome.
as I said to you, I'd gladly hang that shit on a wall. It's
Yeah,
such a
definitely.
fantastic fucking image. Like,
Mick says, up here, not down there.
I was totally looking down there before up there anyway. So
Sai, that is fucking beautiful.
I agree.
Scuba Pete. Sai says, cheers, lads.
You did a
Christian says,
fantastic job on it, buddy.
Mick, I'm literally working on a Seraphon figure, switching between Sigmar and 40k and Warlord games, lol.
Wow.
That is class. That is a stunning piece, Sai. Rolando. Bless you. Rolando says, wait, keep Slave Lay up for a minute. I'll go back to it in a sec.
Yeah, go on, go on.
Is he just trying to finish off? G4 says, my name is Simon and I like to do my drawings. Now on to yourself. Shabby said, that's fantastic, Tubbs.
Thanks, Shebs.
Bowser.
That was a
brilliant, Tubbs. Love the color on it.
Thanks, buddy.
Christian says, that shit hot, Tubbs. Love the style.
Nice and bud. Thanks, Mugs.
Lobot again. Wow. I love it.
Thanks, dude.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Kenyan Nice Chief, what is the Seraphim part of which army? I'm only coming back into it after 20 plus years.
It's never too late to come back into anything, Mick.
Especially a cup. That's really cool, Tubbs.
Thanks, John.
Action Pop Dad says that is fire.
Thank you very much, APD.
Christian says looks like just like Shabby.
He looks like Shabby.
Fucking does not. I love how Sai uses the grayscale like Christian does. Oh, nice, Tubbsy Bubsy. Oh, yeah, that's fucking sweet.
Thanks, guys.
Smithlord says, some lovely artistic skills on show tonight, and I spent my time making a cat that looks like Freddy to say he's going to lick Shabby and make him poo himself. Well, that, my friend, is a talent in itself.
I 100% agree.
How do you think you got the idea, Scoop? Oh, man. Smuggler says, Scoop Pete, I can't tell if that's another grey joke. I think everything is either a midget or grey joke tonight. But Bowser looked happy. Everton mustn't have been playing that day.
He's a fan, man. He's a fan.
If he watched Everton, he wouldn't be.
Mr. Redmond.
For some reason, Mick Holland renamed Lizardman to Seraphon. Action Pop Dad says, I wish Tubbs could colour me in. I currently have the complexion of a cold ginger's pasty.
Buddy, man, come here. Come to my house. We'll have a fucking old drawing session. I'll colour that pasty skin. It's all good. Dude, I'm fucking as white as you. Look at this shit.
Gladly draw crayons on you, like. Kick ass. You could see that in the Corvette door panel. Oh, yeah. That's really cool, actually. Chris says, couldn't find a midget priest, but I did find a midget monk and turned it into Connor. Brian, over to you.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Why do I agree to do this shit? No, I wait. We're getting through these first. I'll come back. Like the old sinks and the old Warhammer. Jonathan's laughing. Shading. Now, Simon says, shading getting better every week, Tubbs. Shading on that Bowser is top drawer.
Thank you very much, buddy.
Very cool.
As I said to Brian, like I'll just pull up. I don't know if you can see it on full screen without the digital enhancements. You can kind of see like that, but like there's the actual one itself, but the one on screen that Brian threw. Oh yeah, sorry.
Yep.
As I said, the detail in it is there, but it's hard to fucking see. So I wanted to digitally enhance it. I wanted to try something different, and I was delighted because it kind of worked.
I do like the manual. I was going to say manual, the non-digitalized one as well, though.
Yeah, but you were saying that you actually did prefer the finished one.
Tubbs, Mick says, Tubbs, you say you wish you could paint models. Well, I wish I could draw like you.
Well, look, buddy, let's help each other out. This is the way we work on this. Do you know what I mean? We give each other pointers. Have to chat, and here is the reason why I've gotten better. So, you know, I applaud you and thank you all for that.
Exactly, mate. But the sculpts really come along. Action Pop Dad says, I'd love to do a weekly art submission for you using crayons.
Dude,
If you
fucking
want
do
to
it.
do it, man, do it.
Anything you want to draw and send it the fuck in. You know what I mean? We
Shaggy,
love
yes,
that shit here.
100% agree. We're surrounded by very talented people. Mick says,
And do you know what it is? Do you know what I like about it, Brian? We're surrounded by talented people, but all Joe, even though we all rip the piss out of each other, and Joe,
there's
tonight mainly
there's
it's
no
me,
harm here. Like,
but we don't mind. But everyone supports each other, man. You can see it. Everyone's genuinely fucking kind of giving
no
advice and
offense
fucking.
taken as well,
Do you
which
know
I
what I
like.
mean? So this is why it's good. This is why this channel is fucking cool for that stuff, because it's yeah, it's just fucking everyone.
It's
Everyone,
not. It's not.
everyone's
This,
talent
it's not.
kind of.
It's just this channel. It's all the channels.
No, but
All
that's
the
what I'm
channels.
saying. Is
Yeah.
it just in general the community with the
Community.
community in general is what I mean.
Community. Um,
Community.
so Mick is the new 40k stuff looks amazing. I'm thinking of expanding to Crown our world leaders and their new upcoming models look leaps and bounds better than the early 2000s.
Wow.
Actually, Pop Dad says, I wish I just had 1% of these lads' talents. Yeah, I agree with you, man.
Dude, I'll be honest, and I even said this. I had to re-teach myself because I could always draw to a point, but I had never any structure. Isn't what I mean by that is I just went back and started to learn to draw with structure, and then like Shabs and fucking Chris and so have all been giving me kind of pointers and over time, and I've been just looking. I've been living on YouTube. Like this is literally how I got better at this. Living on YouTube, watching videos.
Jonathan says, "Are the criminally insane?" Well, like, aren't like psychopaths supposed to be the most creative people going, or something? Like, there is like some.
I mean, this is why they're able to build a Sistine Chapel in your bones. You know. Or sorry, not in, with your bones.
With your bones, yeah.
Yeah, with. That would be the word we're looking for.
Blood for the blood god, Mick. G4 says, top drawer, isn't that where the ladies keep their dildos?
Sorted.
I don't know. You tell me, G4.
He's not wrong.
That, sir, is not where they put them. Put them naughty places. Nice, Mick. Is that a massive rabbit hole, though? Right? Oh God, that's just the wrong timing for that comment. Like, fucking hell. Skulls for the skull throne room. Smith Lords be money in a month and I've spent a fortune on it. Damn, my brother. Jonathan says, and an expensive one. Hasbro ain't got nothing on Games Workshop. That is true, Jonathan Redmond. A fucking man. Speaking of Hasbro, before we go any further, though, I want to show this.
Dude, the segues are just working instantly for us tonight.
On top form, I have to say.
Yeah.
But that one was just lucky, I will say that.
Dude, man, every one of them have just been lucky. They've just landed.
So here's one more for you, Tubbs. We leave you alone then.
Oh, sweet mother of fucking Jesus Christ, incestual dragon slayers.
Tubbs, you should have waited for that for a while for that, because they're going to use that segue later.
Fuck that shit. It was needed right there.
Okay, so speaking of Hasbro,
yeah,
I was going to check in with the. I'll do this once more. Share screen again. Just check in with the old crowdfunding HasLab thingy
on the skeleton on wheels thing.
The Engine of Vengeance, which seems to have stalled.
Are we shocked and surprised at that one?
So Marvel Legends HasLab Engine of Vengeance. There is now 13 days, 7 hours, and 54 minutes left.
Wait, have they put the price up on that?
No, that's just the price in euros.
The euros, okay, yeah.
So now it's currently standing at 5,079 backers.
And that's gone down, right?
It's almost gone beyond 5,000, which is crazy.
But correct me if I'm wrong, but hasn't that like dropped like 1,000 fucking?
Oh yeah, they've dropped over 1,000 now at this point.
Yeah, fuck me.
So yeah, that's doomed. That is not funding, my friends. And they did a Q&A with Boog Nice, who's another YouTube guy, one of the big YouTubers and big kind of shill. Whoop. And yeah, it's not working for them. It's not going to happen.
No. Like I don't know. I mean, look. I mean, we've really fucking talked about it to death and why we don't fucking think it's working.
Yeah.
But Yeah, it's just this was a non-win for them. Like even if I think it even at this point, even like, wouldn't you think they'd just drop $100 off the fucking thing?
No, they won't. Not a chance of it.
They won't.
That is never going to
This is
happen.
it. Yeah, I look.
Never.
I mean, and what happens now? What happens after the 13 days now if they don't reach their target?
That's it. It's done.
Whole
It's
thing
not
gets
being made.
scrapped.
Scrapped. Yeah.
Fuck.
That's
Such
what
a
happened
waste
to
of fucking
the.
time.
That's what happened to Black Series Rancor as well. Sure.
But it's
Rancor.
such a waste of time, dude.
Well, like I suppose they might learn a lesson from it, or they might not. Who knows? I don't think
They
they're in for.
probably won't.
They
The
probably
thing they
won't.
release next will probably be even worse.
Just to go back to the comments there, Connor said I was in the Games Workshop in Dublin a few weeks ago. I have to give the guy there kudos. He spent a good half hour helping me out.
That's
Yeah,
cool, dude.
I've been in there before and I didn't find them to be very helpful at all. If I'm honest, they kind of were too busy playing their games, whatever. Didn't want to
Yeah,
acknowledge
but I
me.
find anyone that's willing to help you with anything like this when you're trying to learn something new, it's always appreciated. I mean, in my book anyway, it's appreciated and needed. You just because you don't learn all this shit on your own unless you put in the time.
Smuggler says recently found a love for Mythic Legions and wow, they're pricey too. Yes, they are fantastic. Did you see? I know you've probably entered this further along down, but the latest Mythic Legions release is like the Headless Horseman. I think we showed it here 2 weeks ago on the show, did we? I'm nearly
Is
sure
this
we did.
from the Monster line?
No. This is a different thing altogether. I'll try and find a picture.
Okay, okay.
Um,
Because I do like me some Headless Horseman.
where is it? It's just a recent release, like, and it's already like really hard to find. Aha, okay, I have it. I have it.
I have it there. I have it, Sally. I have it in my face.
Tubbs, don't ever do that again, whatever that was.
But I love you, Brian. I fucking love you.
This is the Mythic Legion's Headless Horseman. Absolutely beautiful figure. Check that shit out, like.
Oh, fuck yeah. I mean, you know what one I do have there? It's up in a fucking box at the moment somewhere, but it's the Christopher Walken Headless Horseman from Sleepy Hollow.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, from the movie Maniacs line years ago.
That is like a cloth cape, the whole lot. Ah, so cool.
Cool, man. See, it's shit like that now. That makes me like, I don't know, like hard in the pants, like.
But it is quite expensive, as I said.
But all the good things in life are, buddy.
Action Pop Dad says I keep my dildos in the bottom drawer. By mine, I mean my wife's. I think we got that.
Hey! If you're married, right, they're yours as well. You're supposed to share these things.
Possession is 9/10 of the law and all that crap.
Yeah.
How freaking cool are Mythic Legions? Shabby Dare, next level. That Connor the midget monk.
Fuck's sake.
Fuller figures there and usually a nuisance about the guys in Games Workshop. I make cave when the Cosmic Legions come out. Christian, if you pre-order them right away from Four Horsemen, they don't work out that bad price-wise. Simon says, I was in Games Workshop in Blackpool. They all had grey jeans on in there.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Ooh. G Unit, I have a fair few Cosmics pre-ordered. Boys are going all in on those. Mick Hall, I know, but he was so helpful. Started me out with a great primer spray and picked out the paints I needed. Honestly, I was impressed. Yeah, but see, that's good though. Like, if he helped you out, you'll go back again. That's the way a shop works.
That's what should work. They're supposed to work anyway.
Smugglers, you were my favorite twins. That's pretty cool, Connor. Normally they're right fucking pests. Connor, I'd say he took a liking to you because everyone else seems to think they're cunts.
Well, he just wanted Connor, like, you know.
It was this Father Michael Jr. or something, maybe.
Oh jeez, it was the next in line, wasn't it? Like,
Mick says, I'm terrified of those people there unhinged in that Liffey Street Games Workshop store. Yeah, that's the one I was in as well, I think. I worked out that way. I worked that out by wave 2 of Cosmics, the price being cheaper. Going back next week for a couple of bits. Yeah, exactly. See, you had a good experience and you'll go back. Wait, Simon has a twin? Nobody tells me nothing. Lord said, I was in a Games Workshop They all saw my wedding ring and started asking me loads of questions as to what a vagina actually looked
Oh,
like.
Jesus Christ. How
Oh,
pink is it in the inside?
oh God. Fuck you. Like. James says, you must be due to Galactus soon, Brian. Yeah,
Yeah, man.
it just says awaiting stock. I don't know what's going on. I
So, I
think
mean, look, what's one thing? Like,
someone did message Zavi and they said like December, which seems to be an awful long time away. And around Christmas, it's hardly ideal either.
I mean, excuse me.
Let's do.
But Zavi can be hit and miss with stuff, man. Like, you could get stuff in like
Yeah,
3 days, you could get stuff in 2 weeks. You know, it's kind of one of those things.
yeah. And there seems to be a problem as well, like that they didn't use Zavi since. So I'm wary that it might even get cancelled. I don't know. Robert's Infinite Realm says, if Hasbro hasn't learned their lesson now, I doubt they ever will. Yeah, I don't think they care, to be honest, if it
Yeah,
fails
it's
or not.
worrying to be fair, though, man, that they just keep fucking. I mean, they're hit and miss with this stuff, like, really, aren't they?
Mm. His twin is awesome, Jonathan. Maybe they got replaced. Mr. Redmond, I have a twin. Shabby Geek. It's a pity you couldn't answer them, though. Connor. Ooh. Chris says, I know, right? I'm married. I haven't seen one for years.
That's usually how it goes, but
Usually.
yeah,
Dan
usually.
Connor. Smuggler says, I enjoyed the reference there. I didn't know we had a mounted division. Connor says he's not come back now. Christian, you got to get the Mythics Moose. Moose about the goose. Smithy. I'm not Canadian J unit. I don't have the same attachment. Still wicked cool. Looks awesome. Does that moose come with a knuckle? As do all horses, to be fair. Okay, so speaking of other more successful crowdfunds, last one that I'm going to talk about, and then we'll move on to movie stuff. So just this evening, the Mattel Origins Eternia playset did fund.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So $550, £800 if you live in the UK.
Fuck my fucking face.
Yeah, and you can. That's optional. But that's past its target 5,000 backers. Like it just looks. No, I think did Scuba Pete might be still in the chat. I think he backed it, and I
Right,
know
okay.
there's a few others that wanted it, but it just looks very. I don't know, not cheap, but it looks a bit mental for that price. Like,
Yeah, I mean, look, I mean, it looks cool, but it doesn't look like it's worth $800.
no, let's just look through the features there. Like, Skeletor.
And the Skeletor and all them come with it.
I don't know if I'm honest.
Mm.
Because like at 8,000 backers, you unlock. Like I'll just go down through the tiers. So this guy is in it. I think this fella here. And after that, yeah, so you have to be an early backer to get this guy, King Grayskull. So this guy is at 8,000 backers. Little lizard creature, moat creature it's called. And at 10,000 backers, you get another fella called Keklar, leader of the Elders. So yeah, it's absolutely mental.
Yeah, fucking, it's too rich for my blood anyway, man.
Yeah, I have the Grayskull one they actually released in shops. So this and that was €100.
Yeah.
So this one for £500 or £850. So it's probably €1,000 and close to that amount.
Yeah, see, sometimes, man, I mean, look, I get it. Collecting fucking shit like this is a pricey game, right? But some things just like fuck me, are they overpriced as all balls? Like,
yeah, like I'm kind of, I'm kind of with Connor on this one as well. Like, it looks shite. Like,
do you know what it does? And I'll be honest, the plastic looks like basic cheap plastic.
It looks very cheap, and
Yeah.
knowing like I have the Grayskull one, and that feels cheap as well. So I'm pretty sure it'll be the same material. Tom says about the Hasbro one. Hasbro will recycle the design and bleed the figures out over the next couple of years in other waves if they don't get the target. But it was a painfully obvious squeeze on their fans at the wrong time.
Yeah.
Yeah. John of Four Knuckles, I believe. Shabby, now we're talking. Look at that bad boy. So, Shabby, have you backed it? Or are you going to back it or try and back it? Connor, honestly, I think it looks shite. I don't know, Tom. While it would be cool for collectors who screw over any future HasLab campaigns. No, I think the figures will come out, but not in the ones that were advertised. They'll come out in different looks. That's the way they'll
Yeah,
do
yeah.
what they do usually. The car will never see it again. Will never be seen again.
And yes, we will. Just got to go buy a Bratz car and paint it black. Sorted. Job done.
And they actually like they mentioned that in one of their interviews. Oh, this isn't like the Bratz car. This is, our one is much better. Blah blah blah. They actually referenced it like.
I love that fucking comment from G-Force.
Tugs, I believe the four simple face fucks.
That made me feel. That actually made me laugh out loud. G-Force, thank you for that.
I'm with Connor. I don't get the appeal of Eternia. I believe it was. I seen somebody call it Six Flags.
Yeah, but like, does the Eternia place that come with a sex swing for fucking and like Skeletor and
So. Evelyn.
in Evelyn?
Oh, it looks like a plastic Goodison Park.
Oh, Jesus Christ! Or if you live in Limerick, plastic Watergate flats.
Simon says, I backed the two proper big brother me, looking after my little brother USGB. A plastic Goodison Park sounds awesome. You know, you can buy like the Lego. They're not Lego, but you can build like the little stadiums and stuff. The Goodison Park one.
I'm not gonna lie. I was over in Smith's the other day because obviously Christmas is coming up, so we're doing a little bit of scouting here and there, you know. And I fucking saw the Ghostbusters car and the DeLorean car in the Duplo.
Oh yeah.
Dude, I'm fucking thinking about buying both.
Why not?
I'm looking at them going like, I can fuck the Duplo figures away or give them to the kids or whatever. But I'm going, they look pretty fucking solid.
Pretty sure someone will buy it. Will take them off.
Yeah, I mean, they'd already be displayed anyway. Do you know what I mean? So,
and you have to have like the fucking Doc and Marty and the Ghostbusters anyway with the cars. So
yeah, I mean, you just put them in it. Do you know what I mean? Duplo figures, who fucking cares? Do you know what I mean?
That's your answer to everything. Put it in.
Just put it in. Just put it in. See what happens. You know, you might end up having a baby. You might end up having some Lego. Who the fuck knows?
And that's why he's got 3 kids, everybody.
Exactly. And I still got no fucking Lego, right?
I got close to backing it, but just can't afford it at the moment. Yeah, for me.
That's kind of a lot of people's problem, though, Batman.
Smith Lord said, Keckler sounds like the noise you make when you're coughing up phlegm. I know that sound oh so well. Here we go. So I thought that was a secret. It was, but soon much cheaper in the States. Yeah, that's absolutely legendary. My brother would barely give me 20 cents, let alone buy me an 800 quid place.
You're a good brother.
That's lovely, dude. Holy shit, they actually mentioned the Bratz cars. That's pretty fucking sad. Yeah, Jonathan, check out Boog Nice's Q&A with the Hasbro team. It's hilarious. It's good watching for all the excuses. Yeah, Connor, good old Si. He's doing the dishes for 6 months though.
Dude, that's a fucking fine trade.
I'd say 18 months.
2 years, man.
When Si comes to the States, I'm going to have my adoption papers ready. Yeah, take me too. I'm relieved that Shabby and Lucy will be reviewing this. I want an hour episode. I think 2 or 3 hours even. An episode a day revealing a new part of the playset. Proper order. Mark the Eagle. Cheers, smugglers. Not going to tell Lucy. I'll open it in a video with her as a surprise. Oh, what's that big fucking massive cunt of a box?
If that's how it's fucking approached the video, I'll totally watch. What's in that big, huge fucking content box?
That would be a Corker show. Yeah, that would be a class video, though. That's an awesome idea. Yeah, Jonathan, her head will explode. Hopefully not. Like, I'm kidding. We don't want any head explosions. Okay, so we did the tagline for tonight was spooky season. So me and Tubbs have watched some horror movies,
We
some
got
good,
a we yeah we got some watching done this week. Like
some bad, some utterly horrific.
yeah, it's some good, some bad, some very questionable stuff.
So you watched the new Hellraiser, right?
Yes, yes, I did.
So there will be like mild spoilers for this, but basically, like
Man, it's me and you. If you haven't seen it, clog out now because we're going
no,
to
no,
talk about this shit.
don't log out. We're not going to talk that much about Hellraiser anyway. You know what? They open the box and the creatures come and things
Yeah,
happen. That's basically what this is all is anyway. Jonathan said,
yeah. I
"Wait,
mean, but look, I mean,
Tubbs
it is,
actually
it
watched
is.
something? What the fuck?" See, he had 2 weeks,
I
Jonathan.
know, right?
He had 2 weeks.
Except as Brian taught me, I still haven't watched the incestual fucking dragon show. So everything else I have watched. But no, no.
That'll
But
be
with
in that
Hellraiser, I mean, I think it is even with that. It's just anyone that hasn't seen it that really wants to see it, like go
That's
make a fucking
awesome.
cup of tea or something for a few minutes,
That's
just
awesome.
in
The news of
case.
a manga. You're getting a no pal. You and my lovely niece. We love to see that too.
Yeah,
Shabby horror movies, my favorite. Well, we're not going to go into the gory, gruesome details, but yeah, Hellraiser. I give it like 6.5 because like it was not.
I mean, it's a Hellraiser movie at the end of the day, dude. Do you know what I mean? You know what you're getting with these movies. What did you think of it in general, like as kind of like a reboot
It was
remaster,
fine.
as you will?
It was fine. Like it was. I hate that the the junkie girl has been used as a trope now in horror movies.
It's become the
They,
thing of horror
they
movies now at
use it
this point.
in the Evil Dead. In the Evil Dead thing, they use
Now,
it here now
Evil
as
Dead,
well.
as you know, is still one of my favorite fucking movies.
Mm,
The new one, I fucking
mm.
loved it, man. The execution in that movie was fantastic. Like,
On a serious note, I can't see Smith Lord's comments. His last comment. Hold on. This one. I love the fact that Brian thinks Lucy would say, "What's that big hunting box?" It's weird. I couldn't see it there for a minute either.
yeah,
You blocked me because of Freddie Perkery in the Are you on live chat or top chat in the top? Okay, go on, so Tubbs. What did you think of it?
I enjoyed it to a point. Like as I said, I mean, it was the way I looked at it was when I watched it was never going to be better than the original two, like Hellraiser and Hellbound. It was never going to be better than that. But
No,
as Hellraiser movies goes, and I was not expecting a lot from this. Like when I heard about this, I was thinking, oh, shit, this is going to be another fucking stupid asinine fucking sequel. But what I did like about this was they just took it serious. They tried to fucking bring it back to
mm,
its roots, and they changed enough to make it different, but still feel the same in a lot of ways. I loved that instead of all the crazy leather, that they kind of made their skin their costumes,
mhm.
which I thought it was a really cool touch. Like the Cenobites looked fucking really cool in this, like, and I did love the Hell Priest. I
They
really
made
did like.
the
Um,
one thing I didn't like about it was, like in the old films when they solved the box, you're done, you're dead. That's
yeah,
it. In this, your one was a bit clever, and anytime she solved the box, she avoided the dagger thing and then used it as a weapon, which I did not like at all. At all.
now, I do agree with that, but what I did actually like was I liked that they used the box as an actual thing in this. It wasn't just a
Mm.
box. They actually used it in all these different
Well,
formations and
I
everything.
liked all the lore and what have you, like, but yeah, I
Yeah,
just didn't like
so for me,
they were actually able to
like I
use it on
mean,
a Cenobite, which didn't make
I
sense
mean,
to me.
I'd give it a solid 8 out of 10, dude. Because I mean, as because you got to look at it in such a way as like I love the first two. I loved Hellraiser and Hellbound.
I love
And
those two,
let's
by
be
the way.
honest, the Hellraiser
The
franchise
shit after that,
really
yeah.
it did like not straight away, but it slowly started to drive itself off of the cliff. And this one really did feel like Hellraiser of old. Now it was
Mm.
different; it was a remake or reboot, whatever you want to call it. But it felt fresh enough for me to enjoy it with new eyes on it. There was enough changes that like it's not a perfect movie by any means. It's basically it's every new horror film you've ever seen with a Hellraiser kind of coat of paint on it. Do you know,
Like
as you said with the
what I
junkie
would say
storyline
was
and all that stuff.
what I would say about it is those old films, they're fucking hard horror. Like It's
Yeah, yeah.
hopeless.
They just don't make them
Everything
like
is
they did in
bad.
the 80s, you
Whereas
know.
this one felt a bit watered down, a bit safe, a bit soft reboot.
I mean, there's
Perfect
one thing
timing.
this one does suffer from is instead of it being, I mean, and look, Hellraiser is gore. Like Hellraiser fucking lived on gore, gore and
Mm.
kind of sex. That was going the whole kind of fucking BDSM fucking style of it, like
Yeah,
when it
yeah,
first came out. But this generation of horror films is they kind of, instead of I don't know, there was just something about the old way they made the way they made them. There was gore, there was fucking scares, but there was just the right amount of both.
yeah. Mm.
There was a nice balance in all the older movies. The newer ones, as you saw with Saw and Hostel and all these, they kind of went through this stage of everything just was just fucking gore on screen for the sake of it. Do you know what I
I
mean?
I
We've
think I'm in total agreement with Jonathan here. Hellraiser
yeah
was cool, but I agree. The main character was such an unlikable cunt; it made it impossible to root for. Yeah, she was a vicious cunt by the end of it. She was,
yeah. I mean,
and
like
the dude being still in the fucking house, all this
there
the
was bits I
scratches
didn't
and
like.
stuff.
There was like I got like, do you know what I mean? Like even when like her friend was all like strung up and she was like, actually no, and she fucked over the boyfriend and then fucking your man came down. Where did all these wounds go? Like, do you know what I mean? Were they all just fictional wounds until he died? I don't know. There was, like as I said, it wasn't a perfect film by any means. I just enjoyed it more than I thought I
Yeah,
actually would.
it was an easy watch for something that's supposed to
Yeah,
be
I mean,
horrible.
I mean, we both watched it, and I remember I said it to you. I was actually pleasantly surprised at how much I didn't hate it.
Mm.
Like I thought I was
Uh,
going to really like not be kind of I was like, oh, I'm really watching this because it's Hellraiser. But yeah, I
uh,
was actually pleasantly surprised.
Jonathan says, Jesus Tubbs, you watched every bit of shite in the telly apart from the best thing on right now. Yes, Jonathan, I've said this to him already. I
Yeah, I
hope
know, I
the
know, I know.
I hope the Oompa Loompas under your bed get you
No, but
tonight.
like you were saying, it's the season's over now, right?
No, next week is the finale,
Okay,
so
next week. So once next week in, I can sit down and I can binge watch that because I heard it's not coming back until like 2024. Is it?
that's Rings of Power.
No, the same again.
Oh, is it?
The new,
Yeah, oh, yeah.
yeah. There's a lot of fucking
Uh,
shows that are taking way longer
Shabby, that's because Chris's comments are literally equivalent of Tubbs' speech. How much more
now.
false top? Yeah, so Shabby was having a little trouble seeing all the comments. For fuck's sake, Shabby. How the France do I do that? Uh, Hellraiser 2, yeah, we saw that. Shabby on mobile auto deflects to live chat. Should
Mm.
be an icon with 3 lines of the phone. Done. I can see everything. Everton are shite. Connor straight in there. I'm also embarrassed that I didn't have anything for fucking arty fuckity drawing fuck corner. So I'm hurriedly sketching, not scratching, sketching a Green Goblin inspired by Brian's poster in the background.
Deadly.
This side. Yeah, there. Yep, definitely can see Smith Lord's comments now. Going back to top chat. Um, apart from Pinhead, the new Cenobites didn't really do much. Yeah, they were just there to kind of look cool.
Yeah, I
Uh,
mean, this is what they are. They're just
later, Tom.
Tom. We'll see you
Tom is
later, man.
saying
Have a
off.
good night. But
Yes.
yeah, the Cenobites are always filler anyway, man. Do you know what I mean? Like you know yourself, there's always only like there's always only three mains anyway. With Pinhead being like not Pinhead, sorry, the Hell Priest being the main. But yeah, look, I mean, overall, like these remakes and remasters and reboots, whatever one you want to, whatever class you want to put it in, they always run the risk of just not coming across good because you can't. I mean, look, there was a certain horror movies were done a certain way in the 80s and even so much in the early 90s. Um, but yeah, I don't know. They just don't feel the same. I don't know if it's just the way they're shot, the way they're fucking presented, and
It's
they just
just
don't feel.
it's just filmmakers are chasing the dragon of the original success
This is what
that
it is,
started
and
the
you know yourself.
franchise.
And you got to factor in this as well, dude. You got to factor in cameras are different. Lighting, it all factors in to how these things look. You're trying to capture the 80s style, but that 80s style isn't there anymore in the equipment that people are using now in this digital age. And it is a big difference. You know yourself, you shoot on film, you shoot on digital, massive difference. And that does come across on screen. We know this from fucking working in the game ourselves.
I will
It's a
say though, shit writing is still shit writing in the year
there,
2022.
there was a lot of bad writing in it, and it did suffer from it. There was like certain points in it where I was kind of going, that's kind of fucking stupid. That doesn't make any sense.
Speaking
But
of stupid though,
perfect segue.
Halloween ends Finally,
Now, this is a fresh one. This is just relatively new. So if anyone hasn't seen it and plans to see it, I would recommend,
G-Force says, "Did you discuss Werewolf by Night?"
we
That's
are
next.
doing, we will get to that now, buddy.
We're doing that next. But
Um,
so I watched Halloween Ends half
okay,
last night and half today.
we'll put up a spoiler warning, buddy, because this can, we just, even though we're talking about stuff, you can talk about the stuff you liked and hated without spoiling some. So
So yeah, we're going to talk briefly. We're going to talk about spoilers for Halloween
tell
Ends.
me 5 things you liked about the movie.
It ended.
No, no, all jokes aside, can you give me 5
Okay.
things you liked and 5 things you didn't like? You can't even give me 5 that you like, can you?
I can't even think of one, Tubbs.
Okay, do
Okay,
you want me to go?
okay. I
Go on.
liked what they tried to do. I like
Yes.
what I think they tried to do,
No,
but
no,
it
no.
seemed,
You're not wrong. They did try something,
but
but
it did seem like they kind of gave up on it 3/4 of the way through, and then
do you know what? Do you know what the problem for me was? I agree with what you're saying there, right? And I 100%. It is like they gave up on it because it was like, and I've heard this film suffer from rewrites and reshoots and everything else,
mm,
right? But it is like they wrote 3 different fucking movies
yeah,
and kind of tried to jigsaw them together. It's a weird
this is
one
the problem with
because
movie by committee lately. I
like
think,
this was always going to be a hard sell anyway, kind of deviating from the original canon of Halloween to do this new hybrid kind of 40 years later thing. But there was certain things in this movie when it started, like the opening sequence, I was like, oh, that's fucking cool. That's really fucking cool.
that
I was
shocked
like
me at the start.
that it did. It genuinely took me off my guard. I was like, oh fuck. And then when it kind of jumped forward a bit and the 4 years thing, and then certain characters were introduced, like which kind of was going. It's the fucking last one where they introduced all these new characters. But then as it went on, I was kind of going, oh wait, they're doing something, as you said, could be either quite genius or quite fucking stupid,
Yeah,
depending on the payoff. And it just turned out that it ended up being fucking completely fucking stupid.
it ended up
It made
completely
zero
pointless.
fucking sense.
It ended up so without spoiling it too much, is they tried to make a new killer in a such, and
But
kind of
logic fell apart within the movie.
give up halfway through,
Okay, I'm
and
like not spoiling it, right? But
reverted
I
back
will
to
say
Michael
one thing.
Myers.
Okay, I can't. How do I say this without fucking spoiling the movie?
Do you want to leave it till next week?
No, because this is really bothering the shit out of me. All right.
Okay, just
Okay.
say it then, because go on.
Okay. Look, lads. Anyone that hasn't seen it, I'm gonna need to count to fucking 3 to like not listen anymore. Okay. 1, 2, 3. But
Oh,
this
sorry,
is
sorry.
called Halloween Ends, right?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. So for the last 2 movies, they've been building Laurie and Michael. The
Mm.
final thing, even the trailers boosted it up like the fucking epic conclusion between these 2 fucking kids that fucking knocked their boots together 40 years previous. Um,
Hey, ways to sit.
and hey, buddy, and then what happens? They make a fucking Halloween movie, and you don't fucking see Michael Myers for 40 fucking minutes.
Hold on, that's incorrect. He's actually got more screen time than he had in the '78 movie. You're just parroting the Twitter
No,
line.
no, 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 no. That is incorrect as well. He does, but it's not him.
Oh, okay, go on.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're including the other
Basically, what
dude.
I'm saying is, it's like this movie. This movie tried to do something new and creative, which I'm all for. Because if they had
Mm.
pulled it off, me and Brian even said it could have been fucking genius,
And would have set the franchise up for another couple of
and it
movies.
would have set it up for another 10 fucking years, and it would have been logical why it was set up that way. But they didn't fucking do that, and they just kind of made a fucking movie that didn't really do anything other than confuse its fucking audience and way more fucking scenes. The editing looked fucking stupid. I'm not going to spoil it, but there's a fucking scene where the dude says something, I killed someone. And then straight away, the girl just holds his hand and it cuts the next scene. And can I just speak one thing? Fucking Allison.
Laurie's granddaughter, isn't it?
Fucking Allison, right? Has been, because she's the new Laurie Strode, right? That's what this was building to. Like, she was the new final girl, like in story. Because her parents are butchered, her friends are butchered. She's seen Michael Myers to try and destroy this entire town. And in this movie, she's a fucking idiot.
So's her mother.
I'm weird and I'm damaged. You're weird and you're damaged. Let's make a baby. No, Nana, you can't tell me what to do. I'm leaving this town with my new boyfriend that just so happens
It's
to
a good old
fucking
fashioned
be
tub brand.
Blush. Yeah, and look, I recommend anyone that's a Halloween fan, go watch it, because it does have, like I said, the things I did love about it. Cinematography was fantastic. Thought it was so well shot. There was some really cool fucking shots in it, man. The soundtrack was badass. It's one of the best soundtracks I've heard in a Halloween movie. I loved the Michael Myers like suit, how he looked. He's like the aesthetic of the burned mask and everything looked fucking cool. There was some really fucking cool kills. The kills were top notch in this fucking movie.
I
like they really were. Like there was one or two kills where, like, I'll give them props. Like, I was like, that's fucking sick, you know.
This is the worst house.
So like it had all. This is what I'm saying. This is the worst thing. I know I ranted about it, right? But it had all.
Blaze of the Sith says Tubbs is cooking in this episode, speaking nothing but facts.
Thank you, buddy. But it is true, right? It is true. I'm a massive fan. You know yourself. One of my favorite all-time Halloween fucking horror films is Halloween.
Horror films, yeah.
It's the original Halloween. I fucking love it. That and Evil Dead. But this one would have been a fucking fantastic movie because it had all the elements to be if they just stuck to one coherent storyline.
Yeah. Like
Instead
I would say,
of trying to fucking tell 3 movies, because it's Halloween Ends. It should have been from start to finish. 4 years later, Laurie is still fucking there, all fucked up and kind of trying to move on. And then Mike's like, "No, fuck you, bitch. No, fuck you. I'm ending this shit."
I saw the point as well, right? In Halloween 2018, Michael is away in jail. 40 years, is it? And Laurie is basically Sarah Connor herself and set up a death trap house and everything. And then 4 years later, Michael is on the loose still. And she's like, I don't care anymore. I'm going to move on in my life.
Oh. See, I can't. This. No. Oh. Her motivations were so fucking bipolar. Like 1 minute.
What the fuck?
What?
He is broken.
Oh, do you know why, man? Because my phone is about to go dead. What's that about? That's fucking weird.
He just broke it. Hold on, I'll remove you maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Nope.
That's fucking strange.
Okay, he's even smaller now, folks.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. See, my phone just literally dipped to 10%. Don't know why that happened.
Plug it in.
It is plugged in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go on, anyway. We can still hear you.
But anyway, so I was saying, like, her motivations, dude, were so all over the place. 1 minute it was like, doing this thing and I've had enough, and I'm gonna kill you, and just do it, and it really, really just, I was kind of going, I agree with you. I'm kind of going like, you Sarah Connored up, and then 4 years later, you're kind of, I know he's trying to kill everyone in the town again. And then they never fucking paid off the Lindsay story. Do you know, like the other girl that was the one of the little girl from the original movie?
She survived.
Like, she was just there,
Yeah.
She was just in the movie, Yeah, it was. Do you know what it was kind of like, Brian? All jokes aside, it was kind of like when they got to the turban, they started writing a Halloween movie. and then they got bored of writing a Halloween movie
And they
and
did a
just
love
kind of
story.
yeah, and then they kind of tried to mix in. See, that was the biggest problem for me with it was I think they tried to they tried to fucking put too much in. I mean, I could understand if this was like the second one,
Hmm.
do you know, and you could use all this stuff to build to the finale and stuff. Now, as I said, if they'd done it
This would have
correctly
been a
and
great.
stuck the
This would have
landing,
been a great singular movie, I think, on its
yeah, I mean,
own.
if they had stuck the landing on it, then yeah, hands down, I would be like, oh man, take all the chances you want because, like, let's be honest, you kind of be ballsy with it. Do you know what I mean? Just fucking, I don't fucking care. Have all the, make these choices. But the fact that it kind of felt like they tried to tell this entire story with this opening, with this entire backstory and this whole growth for fucking no reason because it didn't serve the story. I mean, the whole that story would have like ended the way it ended, regardless of that entire story.
Anyway, Halloween, no good. Let's move
Yeah,
on.
I mean, look, if you're a Halloween fan, I mean, and want to see how this trilogy ends or fucking pans out, check it out, man. You might think I'm off my game. You might think Brian's off his game, but no, it's fucking. I mean, yeah, it
Tubbs,
was
what
a
about
weird fucking
with a
flick.
Michael Myers mask? You'd be into that, yeah.
Yeah, it's a different. See, that's a different beast.
What streaming service is the Game of Dragon Thrones on? It's on HBO or, as Connor and Jonathan both said,
And now TV.
the special Irish TV channel.
But if you are looking to get it on like an Irish streaming platform, it is Now TV.
Yep. Well, Smugglers is in the UK, so it would be Sky. Like, yeah, no
Oh
TV.
yeah, it would be be over there.
G4 says Trap House. Oh, never mind. Brian said Dead Trap House. R.I.P. Tubbs' phone.
Oh man, yeah. I mean, it went from like 50% down to 10. I was like, what the fuck? It's plugged in the entire time.
Ways of the Sith said, I thought they were setting up the granddaughter and the kid to be like the next Michael, and it didn't go that way at all. Yeah, they just abandoned it after a while.
Yeah, I mean, it was like that because that was kind of what it. I mean, as I said, without spoiling, that's kind of what we were kind of given, and then it was just no, we're not doing that.
Plus, that guy was not believable as a killer either.
Like, I mean, like
His turn was way too fast as well.
Like, all jokes aside, right? If that was the direction, it would have made sense logically because of like Michael and Laurie's ages.
Mm.
You know, because just the whole thing, but it would have made sense logically.
But also, it didn't make sense that Michael just stood there and left him live for so long.
Nothing like logic fell out the window early in this movie. Like,
Tubbs' phone can't handle the rage.
I raged out and killed my phone, kids. Oh man.
G4 says Tubbs' phone is that intuitive that it resized the framing for the size of the subject.
There you go. Even my phone is ripping the piss out of me tonight.
Shabby says, I'm sat here listening, knowing I've never seen one Halloween movie. Well, Shabby, you'll be pleased to know if you've seen one, you've seen them all at this stage. Big scary, big 6-foot William Shatner mask walking around after kids. Sai and Shabby, sponsored by NASA. Whenever someone says Sai, I always think in my head, see.
This is fucking so fucking bloody annoying. I'm
At
gonna
least
try it
Tubbs
this way.
At least Tubbs isn't doing that hot chick losing her looks. So there you go, you're back normal now. So has the camera looking down her.
It's the fucking charger port, dude. Just once there.
I've only ever seen the first one. Hate horrors. Says Tubbs or Connor. Yeah, Connor. Vader's girl Kat is here. Says, hey guys. Hey Kat, how are you getting on? Shabby says, same here, Connor. Shabby, you for once had the right idea in skipping these movies. Everyone's saying hello to Kat.
Yeah, I mean, look, I mean, we're 80s kids. We grew up with all these originals, man. But and I'll be honest about it. I really wanted to love this movie. I really did, because I really kind of dug the direction that I kind of like that like new kind of timeline they were doing. You know.
Hey Connor, and Jonathan says, "Don't you mean hey Brian?"
I love that this is still a thing.
This is still a thing. Like, Smith Lord says, right, Brian, a little late, but my green goblin is in your inbox. That doesn't sound
Done.
very nice. I will
See
check
what
that out.
see what Smith Lord left in your box, Brian.
I already made it dirty. You don't have to make it worse, Tubbs.
It's an O'Regan baby.
Oh, that is really cool. Check this out.
Give us a look.
For someone that turned his homework in late.
It still came into the class. You know what I mean? It
What
still
the
it
hell
still
is that?
counts. I know, yeah. Just fucking stutter them out on me like
That is actually class, man.
fucking deadly, man.
There's a bit of a Joker's face in him there as well. I really
Yeah,
like
I
that.
like it, man.
That is absolutely class, Chris.
Very
Love
well
it.
done, buddy.
Even the pumpkin bomb has got a little
I
face on it.
do
now.
I do like fucking Chris's style, man.
I really like that now. That's fucking class.
Yeah.
Savage work, my friend.
I'm a fan. I'm genuinely a fan of the style of your drawing, man. The way you kind of design the characters, it's pretty fucking cool.
Cat says, I hate you, Jonathan. And Tubbs didn't even mention Brie Larson. Well, imagine she was
We
in
ain't
Halloween.
finished yet, buddy.
Hey, Mick. Chris, it's funny, but that's what Father Michael used to say to Connor. Oh, we're going around
Bend
again.
over, Connor.
Christ, Tubbs, better late than never, I think it was. Green Goblin, nice.
Mm.
That's cool, Chris. That's so good, Chris.
Chris, as I said, I've said it already. I love the style of the designs.
Goblin's absolutely class, man.
Yeah.
So Christian says, I can't be the only one who was surprised that there wasn't another funny Tubbs picture. no, we've seen enough of that. No. So,
oh man, dude, this podcast has been fucking crazy this week. It's been fucking craziness. Like the first hour was destroying me fucking verbally and in every way, shape, or form. Then my fucking camera and phone was all over the fucking job.
Cheers, lads.
Been a fun
like
time.
a bitch here. Felt like I was doing my homework on the bus to school.
Dude, you got, as long as you have it in for school, that's all that matters.
I did to Christian. Yeah, so Werewolf by Night is our next movie. So this one came out a little bit out of nowhere, didn't it?
It did. It came out a little bit out of nowhere, and I fucking loved it.
I absolutely loved it as well.
But I told you the reasons why I did as well. Is I thought it was really designed well. It was the black and white was fucking cool as all shit. But what I loved about it mainly was that dude, it felt like I was watching a Universal Monster movie.
Yeah, exactly that.
Like,
it was
and for anyone that doesn't know in the comments, one of my favorite all-time movies is the 1942 Wolfman from Universal. I fucking did. I love that fucking movie. And this is what it felt like. It genuinely felt like I was watching those old school fucking.
It was made. You could see it was made like with actual love, like.
And
adored the properties, like.
And to be fair, we said it afterwards. I mean, maybe instead of doing all these fucking 8-9 episode TV shows, maybe you just do this.
Well, they have said, like,
fucking specials, man. You know.
They have said that Armor Wars, the one with Don Cheadle and whatever, that was originally going to be a series as well.
Yeah.
And now they're going to make one of these one-off specials instead, or a movie or whatever.
Because I heard Nova was being done in a 1-hour special as well.
Nova as well, yeah. And
I mean, dude, this is. I mean, like think of if like Moon Knight or something. If you did Moon Knight in like this hour, like in this style, this 1-hour special, and you'd be like, oh, I'd want to see more of that.
Simon says, I used to be a werewolf, but I'm okay. No.
But I did love it. I did dig the vibe of it, dude. It was it was way fucking more violent than Marvel have ever done, I think.
And I think they were allowed
in the MCU anyway. Because some of the kills were vicious, like.
They were allowed to get away with it because of the black and white as well.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because it's not red. It's fucking weird how that is, isn't it?
Yeah, it's so fucking.
And they did that even in wrestling. Do you remember when someone got busted open, they go to black and white, so it was like it's fine because it's black and white. Yeah. You still fucking see the blood. It's
it's black blood. Oh no, it's so
yeah. It's just because it's not red. But I did like the little touches, like the crystal or the stone, like being the only thing that's red in the entire scape.
The bloodstone.
Yeah, the Bloodstone, it was fucking cool. But I just loved it, man. I just dug that old timey fucking old school Universal monster feel of the whole thing.
Like
Even to the opening credits, the way it looked and felt like Universal Monsters movie.
it's
Um,
one thing that had the potential to be terrible and it wasn't. Because
See,
like
this is it.
the
This is it.
character is called Jack Russell.
And how many times in the MCU have you seen that happen?
The opposite way.
Would like things you think are going to be like terrible end up being the best things you watch.
No, I think I find some things I think the MCU is a lot more predictable in that some things you think are going to be amazing can flop hard. Like
Yes.
Thor Love and Thunder
Yeah.
for one. Iron Man 3, Thor Dark
Yeah. I
World.
mean, like, there's been but as I go back to like even when Guardians, right? I mean, I know Guardians is a big deal, but when it first came out for me personally, I didn't know a lot about the Guardians,
Mm.
and that was genuinely one of my favorite movies of the MCU. Do you know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
yeah. This did, but this was just different. This just felt different. It,
It didn't
it
even
was
feel it
done
didn't even
different.
feel like part of the MCU, like
Yeah, and do you know what it was? It was kind of it was connected enough by
mm.
just doing certain things. You knew it existed in the MCU, but didn't feel like an MCU project. It just felt like a cool, old school fucking black and white horror film.
And I think as well, um, like there was, I think it was in 2006 or seven maybe, there was a Man-Thing film already, a really low budget like horror film,
Yeah,
and I think it
and
was
he looked
very easy.
fucking amazing, by the way.
It could have been very easy just to make him like the monster and for someone to kill him in this, but they fucking did an
I mean,
amazing
I
job
guess one
there.
thing I will say is the CGI was fucking was on point in this.
A lot of practical effects were used.
A lot of it, yeah, a lot of practical effects. I know. I don't think Man Thing was practical. I think
Or
he
they,
was.
they made it. There was a Man-Thing suit, but they added CGI
Oh, so
afterwards.
it was only digitally enhanced. Oh, that's even
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
better again. Yeah,
They actually had
that's
because
fucking cool.
they posted a picture the day after it released of all the cast and crew on set, and they had the actual fucking thing in the background,
Wow, wow.
Man
Okay, I
Thing
didn't know that. No.
costume, whatever.
Um, yeah, I
That's
dug
why
it,
it
man.
looked
I
so
dug it.
good. I think so.
Like I really, really enjoyed it. I thought it was fucking fantastic. I think they should do more shit like this, like just smaller base
Laura
characters.
Donnelly was awesome as well. She's from Northern Ireland. She's 40 years old. Imagine she doesn't
Yeah,
look like it. And
it's fucking crazy. Like
a lot of people are complaining that, oh, Elsa Bloodstone is ginger. Why does she have dark hair? Like
it's
Elsa
black and
Bloodstone
white. Who cares?
started out as blonde, so fuck them. They
Yeah,
don't know their
and it
shit.
was black and white, so you couldn't tell anyway. So
And she was perfect. She was brilliant in it. I thought
she was very good. Yeah, I mean,
sassy as
but
fuck.
all the cast in it were very good.
Yeah, they really were. Yeah,
You know, it had a solid cast as well. I mean, hey, that's what made it good. Is the cast was solid, the story was very good. It just looked cool. It felt new. It felt fresh, and it as I said, it felt like an old school fucking 1940s horror film.
that scene at the end with Jack Russell and Man-Thing just chilling or whatever
Yeah,
it was very similar to the Avengers shawarma scene
yeah.
from
But you know what I mean. But that's what
2012.
I'm saying is, I mean, it still had vibes of the MCU attached. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
it's like you get the idea that those two have been down this road before, like, don't you?
Yeah, yeah. It's not
Yeah.
their first rodeo, like.
Yeah. Um, let's go through the comments. Has anyone watched Rob Zombie's Monster movie yet? I
No.
saw the trailer and I said, nope, not watching that shit.
Yeah, I still haven't seen the trailer for it. I don't even know if it's going to be any good. Like,
I remember the TV show years ago and not liking it, so I just didn't bother watching the movie.
yeah.
Um, Jonathan says Werewolf of Night was awesome, so good. I had to double check it was made by Disney. Well, I presume you would have been watching it on Disney Plus, so that would kind of give it away. I kid. Um, no, I agree though. It doesn't look like something made. Oh, sorry, burp. Made by Disney at all. I heard it wasn't very good, Shabby. You heard wrong. Oh, monsters, yeah, probably. Um, shit. The comments are after jumping here. Where are we going? Here we go. Lobot says, Fastball Goblin, I knew a gal like that once. Got your G-force. Sai says, I get my code. Heard it was utter muck, Shabby. And about the monsters again. Yeah, but Jono terrorizing Shabby, Tez, and Tubbs is so much fun. Shabby said, I love the monsters as a kid, so I'll watch it. Like, I remember watching it years ago, and I don't know, I just never
Yeah.
took to it. I always thought it was very campy. Is that even the right word for it? Probably not. But it just wasn't my thing. Very true, Chris. See, ha 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 ha. Shabby, if you like the monsters, it might be best to avoid it. Um, Jen says, loved Werewolf by Night 2. Reminded me of the Universal movies.
Yeah.
I had the Alex Ross cover steelbook of the Universal Wolfman. Wow.
Oh, fuck
That's
yeah.
pretty fucking awesome, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, Simon says as well, that is a beautiful cover. Definitely manga. Have the Invisible Man one too. Just lovely. Ah, that's class, man.
I love the old monster movies, man. They're fucking great.
Yeah, the Bela Lugosi stuff and what have you as well. And Swamp, is it Swamp Thing? Or the creature from the Black Lagoon?
Top drawer.
Jonathan says it's had a blank picture, James. What streaming service is this Wolf show on? It's on Disney Plus.
Yes.
It's a Marvel show, even though it doesn't feel like one. I'm so out of the loop. G4 says Disney Plus. Again, Jonathan plugging the special Irish TV channel that doesn't begin in kickassturns.com.
It's the best way to go, like
Disney Plus. No, I actually subscribe to Disney Plus because I'm a fool. Chris says, geez, Christian, I thought you'd be all over this. They all wear grey.
Grey.
I roll, Chris. I read that as the special Irish Christian channel. Oh, that's Connor's favorite channel. Ian McGar's in the chat. Hey, Ian, how's it going? Welcome to the show.
Story buddy.
The extra religious channel, Shabby. As a fan of Celine in Underworld, had a hard time watching the vampires lose. Vampires suck.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It just this was just this is just a really cool, contained kind of one-off special thing. So I think they should do more. They should introduce a lot more characters that way.
Yeah, I'd like to see more of those one-off specials. Be class.
Yeah.
Jonathan, Ian says, "What's the Monsters?" It's kind of a parody of the Addams Family, which in itself is
yeah.
kind of a parody of something else.
I mean, it was its own thing back in the day, but technically it was like a fucking.
It's basically it's like the Addams Family.
Yeah, but it was more of a comedy. More of a comedy than the Addams Family were.
I used to watch the Monsters from Ireland, but didn't realize she'd have been 609 years old now. And my erection disappeared. The Monsters are the lads in this chat, Ian. Oh, Eddie Munster. I was at a concert the weekend, a Metallica like tribute act, and the guy basically cursed out Eddie Munson before he started singing. Before he started singing the song, he's like, "Oh, we're going to do this song now. We're going to do it much better than that fucking Eddie Munson." Everyone in the crowd went wild. It was hilarious. And Father Michael's bride. Yeah, and Shabby's Eddie. Hey, Claire, welcome to the chat. Claire. Shabby's
Claire. Hello, Claire.
He fucking is Claire. Provided evidence on Tez's Twitter. So Claire. Mikey says, have you heard all X-Men are supposedly going to get Disney Hour Plus specials and then we'll all team up for an X-Men movie? That would be awesome.
That would be a genuinely cool way to introduce them, like.
But that's how they're going to introduce all the characters. That would be a great idea. I'd love to see that happen.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't be fucking opposed to that. Like, I mean, 1 hour, I mean, what does 1 hour of a show do? It just gives you enough to make you want to see them in more stuff.
Yeah.
You know?
Ian says, when I saw Blink-182 live after all the small things, they said after all the small things, that was our cover of a Jedward song.
Jesus.
Okay, so we did Werewolf by Night, so let's talk briefly about She-Hulk.
Yeah.
How did you like that finale, Tubbs? We're doing this a lot tonight, aren't we? We go to
This has
talk
been a
about something
week.
and we're like,
Like, yeah,
hmm,
this week has genuinely been a week of the fuck did I just watch type of reactions,
okay.
isn't it?
So I'll go on She-Hulk.
Okay.
They spent 8.5 episodes building a story,
Yeah.
writing a story, and then halfway through the last episode, they said, "Well, the story we wrote is crap. I want to change it."
I mean, that's how it
They
felt.
shat on their own story at the
I
very
mean, I
end.
heard that it apparently had a different ending in it, or something.
Uh,
Or they said that there was a different ending that they were going to go
now,
with.
now
Um,
I know in the comics throughout the early 90s and late 80s that she often used to like go chasing writers of her comic and stuff,
yeah.
which is fine, but it just did not work in live action.
See, don't get me wrong. I mean, when she broke through the Disney Plus like fucking screen,
The menu, yeah.
when it first happened, I was like, "What the fuck just happened?" And they trolled everyone. They really did fucking troll everyone with that. And then I was kind of going, "Oh, this is fucking weird and crazy and off the chart and kind of fucking over the top to the point of where it's funny, but I don't know if I like it. But it's kind of so fucking weird. I'm willing to
I
watch
will,
it
I will
through
say I
anyway."
will say one thing. It's the only finale since One Division that I've watched a second time.
Do you know why? Because it was so fucking bonkers and there was so many references dropped within that
Mm.
entire like last 10 minutes that you couldn't help but go back and watch it again. But
Like
yeah, for me, um, yeah, I don't know. Like I love Tatiana Maslany. I love her, man. I think she's just fucking
she
savage
wasn't the
actress.
problem though.
She wasn't. She genuinely wasn't the problem. The problem with this show was this show genuinely tried to spend more time than it should have on trying to figure out what its identity was, and then didn't even fucking stick the landing on it.
And attacking like its own
Like the
viewers.
first episode, like we talked about the very first episode, I thought was fantastic. Joe with her and Bruce and the fucking
Yeah,
thing,
yeah, yeah.
and that was a brilliant episode. And then it kind of became Ally McBeal fucking MCU for a few episodes. And then the Daredevil episode happened, and I was like, oh, they finally landed where this show is going. And then they didn't land where the show was going. It kind of went fucking pear shaped again. Yeah,
I
it was
didn't
just
mind.
weird.
I didn't
It was
mind.
just weird.
I didn't
I
mind.
don't know if I hated the ending or
I
if I
didn't mind
appreciate how
Daredevil.
ballsy they were.
There was a few things that pissed me off though,
Yeah,
like Hulk's son just randomly showing up.
I hated it. Now look, we're going to hear more
He
rage
got a
from me
way
here,
better
right?
intro, I think.
I am so done, so fucking done with Smart Hulk. I don't want it anymore. They can just fucking bring him into his own movie and let the motherfucker rage. I've seen Smart Hulk. Smart Hulk has served his fucking purpose. I don't need to see it anymore.
So we've seen 5 movies with Raging Hulk. Go back and watch those.
Okay, I'll put it to you
More
this
on
way.
the sake of that.
But no, but all jokes aside, and this isn't even an
I wasn't
MCU
joking.
versus anything else. Just an honest God question. Do you enjoy this version of the Hulk?
Wouldn't say I'd enjoy him, but I'm not tired of it yet.
I
I
am
want to see. I
so
want to
done
see
with
where
it.
it's going
Like
because I think
I think what they should have done is, and this is just me spitballing personally, I think when he was Smart Hulk, right, and he was needed because he was at a point in time he was needed. But when Black Widow died, that is when that is when that rage should have come back.
but see he did fuck a bench about 200 yards into 200 miles into space. Uh,
Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
that's how he got. That's how Scarf was born. He fucked the bench and cut his hand. His DNA went into the fucking one's vagina, and
stop.
just you know. But
Um,
even is it Scarf? Is it Scarf?
uh, no, no. Scarif is
Scar?
from Star Wars. Sakar.
Sakar. Yeah, I hated his look. I think he just didn't look great. I hope that's not the design they stay with. And I'll be honest, I know they did it in the comics. I know you this one. I fucking hate that. The
What?
fucking son, him showing up with like his son
No,
right there.
he
That
shouldn't have shown up
fucking
randomly like that. He
no,
should
no,
have
not
kept that
random.
for a
But
movie.
I hated it.
Oh
Like
man.
it was not for me. It just wasn't for me. So the Hulk with a son. I don't want Hulk with a son. I don't want Hulk to be smart anymore. I just want him to fucking break fucking faces
Hulk
and
wasn't smart
smash shit.
when Hulk had Scar in the films or in the comics. I mean, he
Yeah.
wasn't smart Hulk. Anyway, let's see what the chat thought of it.
Like I mean that's just my personal opinion. I don't know if I liked or hated this season finale. I do know that I didn't overall love the season as much as
No,
I really wanted to.
I didn't really like it. Like
Yeah, I
it was
mean
it was kind of harmless up until the last episode. The
no,
last
Joe, it
episode,
was. It didn't take itself too serious, and I mean, and I applauded for that in a way. I do. I think it was that's cool. They tried to just make this fucking Joe Law fucking thing, and it introduced, and it was cool to see fucking Daredevil, and it was cool to see this thing happen.
before we move on though, like
But
they had
yeah,
established
overall,
episode 7. They established something really, really good story wise. I thought
yeah.
with the fucking where's my thoughts gone? With the the sexual image fucking thing up on the video wall. When she tears down the wall at the end.
Oh yeah.
What do they call that again? It's a big thing in the news now.
Oh, actually, one thing I really, really did enjoy from the season finale was the old throwback to the show.
Yes, I meant to say that as well. That was excellent.
I thought
really
that
liked
was really fucking funny and on the nose. I did enjoy that.
Yeah, She Hulk. Mick says, "Does anyone like She Hulk?" Biggest load of bum crump I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Bum crump.
I mean,
Yeah.
it sucks, dude. It sucks because none of us want to hate any of this shit, you know. But
Well, I don't hate on it. Or after Daredevil and She Hulk, X Men, Deadpool, Wolverine, fucked. Mikey says, to be honest, I like the She Hulk series. I thought CGI has been trashed, but I really like the character of Jen. Yeah, I
I
like
love
her.
Jen.
She's not the
But
problem
as
with it.
Brian said, Jen wasn't the problem. It's Tatiana Maslany wasn't the problem though with this show.
Big bad villains of She Hulk was
The
Doomcock.
problem in this show was the lack of commitment to direction. I think.
Yes, they did. They filmed the second ending, definitely.
Yeah,
I,
they definitely had a
she
second
said,
ending lined up
she
for
said
it.
in an interview they had like 8 endings lined out, but they only filmed 2.
And apparently they wanted Kevin Feige to do the Kevin voice,
And he wouldn't. He didn't want. He didn't want anything
but
to do with
he
it.
didn't want to do it.
I enjoyed She-Hulk, a bit weird, but so much easier than Miss Marvel to watch. I only got through 1 episode of that, and it took me 2 weeks and 3 tries. I don't know. I blew through.
I mean, it's a testament to the show that even though we didn't agree with stuff and we didn't like certain things, we still watched it all the way through.
I watched Miss Marvel. It's fairly harmless as well.
You know,
The show got re-edited like mad. Apparently, She-Hulk's origin wasn't supposed to be shown until like episode 6 or 7, but they changed it to make the story more linear.
Mm.
Um,
I mean, that didn't bother me. Like I mean, I didn't mind it happening in the first episode and just seeing her change and all that. That didn't bother me at all. If anything, I think that was one of the better moments of the show.
mm.
But
G-Force
yeah,
says, I watched Miss Marvel, couldn't hear anything with the AC going visually. It was all right. Shabby says, wait, is there a story in She-Hulk? Ian said, they're always changing things during editing to adjust the fan reaction on the weekly.
yeah.
Shite Hulk. John says, exactly, Shabby, the writing for that show was rubbish. That can't be blamed on editing. Mate, I watched every episode. It felt like it was written by 6-year-olds. Yeah,
It just some bits of it felt really stupid. Like
Ian says, I've never liked Angry Hulk. Sorry. Who have never read a comic in their lives. That's bullshit. No way could that be done on the fly. The amount of reshoots needed would be insane. Shabby, we've been through this. You can't read. I may have read 10 comics in my life. Tubbs were surrounded by casuals, including you.
I'm not a fucking casual.
Cheers, Chris. Bloody coffee spat over my TV. I'm trying to get into comics. Mikey says Tony Stark at a funeral with everyone invited. Natasha dies. It's commemorated by Hulk eating a bitch.
Yeah, I mean, look, as I said, all his art can't be perfect, you know.
That's more than the writers of She-Hulk G-Force. Lol, shabby. They were all Spider-Man or G.I. Joe, and they were awesome comics.
Hmm.
Simon says, for me, if he was Smart Hulk now, if he was Smart Hulk now all the time, then why was he Bruce at the start of She-Hulk? That's good thinking. Good thinking there. And he was Bruce at the start of episode 8 as well in
This
that
is my
intro.
point. It's kind of like, we can change it whenever the fuck we want.
Exactly. That's the point.
You know? They're supposed to be merged
Exactly.
together, but yeah, that's a great fucking point. Yeah,
I
and look, me having a rant about that is just, I just, I just want to fucking see him fucking smash some fucking crazy shit.
Must have missed that. Ian said, I would love if I enjoy this current wave of MCU shows and villains, but I don't. I'm not hating to hate. I love the MCU, but it's crap to me
Yeah.
nowadays.
No, me and Brian
Simon,
have said that. Like, we joke about the DC Marvel thing all the time, but
I
at the
don't
end of
think it's crap.
no, but at the
Far
end of the
from it.
day, like we've said this about all this stuff, man, is none of us want to actually openly hate this stuff because we love all this stuff. But
Phase
if
4
something's bad,
RIP.
it's bad. Like,
You missed my overtly offensive and obnoxious X-Men comment, Brian. Yeah, I did leave that out on purpose.
mm-hmm.
I did like Miss Marvel. The rest, I could leave. Well, like we go through this one nearly every week on this show at this point. Like there is a lot of Phase 4 I did like, and there is a lot that could be left exactly
I
where it
mean,
is.
yeah, it's had its misfires, and it's had its great moments within the phase. But as a full phase, yeah, it has suffered in a lot of ways. But
Okay,
as Brian made it, but as you even
um,
pointed out, it's probably because a lot of the big stars kind of went and they're rebuilding again.
so a certain person said this quote during the week. We're not Marvel. We don't want to be like them. We're trailblazers. Who said that, Tubbs?
Yeah, well, he talks a lot of shit. To be fair, The Rock does. Um, yeah, and look when he said, look when I hear stuff like that, I'm like, all right, shut up. Do you know what I mean? Because as I said to you, remember I was saying, it's like I had a conversation with a friend of mine about the the whole rumors about a certain person coming back and all this and do you remember right? Because
Black
he was
Adam
saying
is out next week, so Tubbs is going to talk us through that.
yeah. So basically, like I mean, yeah, but here's the thing. Even though the whole world knows about it, are you still allowed to talk about it because film hasn't come out yet?
Well, there's rumors like of Superman 2 film going to happen and all that kind of stuff
Well,
anyway.
it's
So
yeah, it's literally after being confirmed by the Hollywood Reporter, so it's
me too.
happening.
We're going to cinema next week, Saturday to see it.
Yeah, yeah. There's a lot of. It was crazy. There was for ages there was nothing of note from DC because there was nothing happening, and now
Mm.
today there's a fuck ton of news. All these things have been confirmed by the Hollywood Reporter and Deadline. Man of Steel 2, Wonder Woman 3, The Flash 2. The Flash 2 script is apparently already done and ready to go.
Later, Shabby.
Shabs, I'll see you later.
Um,
James Gunn is working on a new movie and a new TV show, Peacemaker Season 2.
we've
There's a
called
lot of,
stuff that it's happening before, and then nothing ever
like,
came of it.
but it seems like it's all good news. Like, it seems like they've taken the elements of what people loved about the whole Snyder verse thing and they're going to take instead of just recasting everything, they're going to take the elements of it and move it in their own direction. And from what it looks like, dude, is and even Black Adam, from what I've heard, is getting great reviews.
Read the comment on front of you there.
Was it?
Dwayne might want to cut down his stupid comments, seen as Black Adam scored worse than Batgirl with test audiences.
I didn't hear that, dude. I heard it fucking smashed it with test audiences, and then actually fucking is getting great reviews from early screenings. But
We'll have to check that out later.
as I say, look, this all comes down to, and I said this to you today. It doesn't matter, like, do you know what I mean? If you're Marvel, DC, and this is the important thing about this movie is Black Adam doesn't need to be better than any MCU movie. It doesn't need to be. It needs to be a good movie for DC to move forward.
Mm.
That's kind of what needs to happen here. Like, you know what I mean? So they need it to be a good movie. They need it to go over well with the fans. So the days of trying to compete with fucking the Marvel fucking thing, the machine. That's not what needs to happen now. Do you know what I mean? And I think that's what's happening. I think they're trying to do it now. I think your man Zaslav is smart enough, from what we can see, is that he knows where not gonna. It's gonna take us 10 years to get to where Marvel are. You're not gonna do that by doing a Superman, a Batman, and a fucking
I,
Avengers
I
movie.
said it. I said it to you earlier
Justice League, I
today.
mean.
I said
Yeah.
it to you earlier today that the reason that why do you think he's going around telling everyone, "Oh, wait till you see what's on at the very end of the credits."
Yeah.
I worry about this film. I'm no
No, I don't worry
cards on
about
the
it,
table.
dude.
I'm going to see it on Saturday. I hope it's awesome
It's
because
clever. It's clever business, dude, as well. I mean, like you're ruining the fucking post credit for your movie, but it's clever business.
hmm,
People already want to go see this movie,
this is where I
but
am.
people will definitely go see this movie if they know certain persons in it.
Chris says I'm fed up of hearing about a shake up of the DCU. Get over yourself, Dwayne. I think the same. Being
Yeah, look,
honest,
Dwayne
just fucking make a
is
movie.
and I don't even
Right,
think it's him being an asshole. I think there's excitement from him. So he's like, oh, we're gonna do this and we're gonna make this the biggest thing. Dwayne is talking a lot of shit at the moment. I don't.
he always talks a lot of shit.
I'm not paying attention to anything of that because, as I've said to you, is I just want to see because I've been the guy hoping and praying and holding on hope for fucking how many years now that we would get Man of Steel 2, we would get fucking Henry Cavill back. I was all about it. I was like holding
Tubbs,
on hope.
I think you should do the lotto. Henry Cavill's back. Bray Wyatt's back. You do the
Dude,
lotto.
it's all coming up tubs, man. All my fucking guys are coming
The
back. Like,
Pennywise series, I think.
but you know
Um,
what I mean? For me, like, I mean, all jokes aside, like when I heard the news, dude, I was fucking happy out. I was like, fucking finally, finally they're getting this shit together, you know. Um, and Zaslav used to see it. He's looking at like Henry Cavill. The movies that Henry Cavill was in, let's be honest, yeah, they might have underperformed at the box office, right? But let's be honest, Henry Cavill was never the problem with those movies.
no, it was the
Do you know
terrible
what I mean?
writing.
He's a fantastic
Zack
Superman, and he
Snyder was the
genuinely is.
problem.
Like I heard a comment, it was like, yeah, but he broke fucking someone's neck, he killed. I was like, that's how it was wrote. He's an actor that
That's
performed
Zack
those scenes.
Snyder's problem.
Exactly, that's a Zack Snyder decision, and that's not the actor. That's like me and you getting a role, and someone says like, do you say an offensive word, or make a really bad joke? Well, that's not you. You did the joke. You were fucking
Told.
asked to
Yeah.
do as the actor. That doesn't come down.
Um,
But I think you'll see a different side of it because from what I'm reading, is they're going to lean into like the lighter, like the proper way Superman is perceived, and I
yeah.
think that's Henry Cavill wanted that from day one.
So let's go through the comments before
So we'll
time is
see,
up.
man. I mean, I'm
I
very
think let's
interested
just
to
see what
see,
happens.
and I
Like,
hope, dude, I hope this isn't
you
another
know,
misfire and all over the
before we
shop
go any
production. Like,
further, before we finish up, I wanted to
yeah,
say like the most DC thing ever was the same day they announced Flash 2 script is finished. There was also a news report that Ezra Miller could get 25 years in jail.
yeah. I mean, look on
I was
this. I
like,
mean, like,
and you know what? You know what? I was like, the length of time it has taken to get the first movie made,
hmm.
he'll probably be out just in time for the second one to
Well,
be
see,
filming.
what I did say was as well as I mean, my mate did say that to me. He was like, "Fucking, how the fuck is that working?" I was like, "Unless they've already recast him in the Flash movie, do you know? Unless that's this. I mean, like, if your fucking star of your movie is like facing 20 fucking 6 years in prison, how can you have a finished script ready to go? Unless
It
you've
could be for
already
anyone. Though.
no, but unless you've already changed who the Flash is in the Flash movie
Yeah.
by the end of it.
Does anyone else suspect Tubbs' the entire line of theories are written by Grace?
Grace is in bed now, so no.
There's no suspicion, G-Force. That's exactly what happened. I was erring on the side of caution. Jonathan said, Tubbs, I just said that. Why do you think Tubbs would, why do you think he would leak it? The Cavill was back as Superman. Yeah, for boosting ticket sales.
Business, dude. You sell more tickets when people know. Do you know what I mean?
Ian says, I don't care who makes watch, make a good film I'll enjoy. I can get on board with that.
There you go, man. I'm totally on board with that as well.
Ian said. G4 says, Rock is a hype man, always has been.
But
Yep.
dude, you got to look at it from this way as well. And I said this as well, is right. The Rock, and I know people are going to look at, but The Rock is probably the perfect man to design this entire thing because the dude comes from wrestling. He knows how to play face. He knows how to play heel. When to put someone over. It's that mentality. This is where like this talk he's going on, this spiel, and the way he's boosting this up. That's not entertainment. That's fucking wrestler, dude.
Sorry, I'm just laughing because I read one of the comments further down.
Oh, I know,
Um,
but that's what I'm saying. So he's performing a wrestling promo right now, dude. Like Joe, like
See,
a story, like
I will say this is a good point as well. I'm
yeah.
annoyed at movies setting up sequels. Just make the film first, make the film good first, then think about sequels.
No,
That's why I
I
love.
agree. You make a good movie,
I
and
think
then if it's wanted a sequel, make a sequel.
the perfect MCU movie is Iron Man 1 because the
Hmm.
movie is over and then the credits happen and then you get like just Nick Fury saying one line and
Yeah.
that's it. That's all you need. It doesn't need to be like a clusterfuck of characters all over the movie as well. Smith Lord says, I like Dwayne, big fan, but fucking hell, he thinks a lot of himself. Bronson as Dr. Fate is a real cool. Yeah, I can't wait to
Hmm.
see Pierce Brosnan as him.
But I mean, I've heard that the JSA are supposed to be like Hawkman and Doctor Fate are supposed to fucking steal the show in this movie, apparently.
Yeah, I've always wanted to see Hawkman in a movie. He just
And you
looks
know, dude, you know me.
looks like a mental character.
I'm a big fan of Doctor Fate. Like so.
It's the go-to option for DC movies. Every time a movie is in trouble, they leak out shit like, "Oh, Keaton's back. Oh, Batgirl's not getting a good reaction. Keaton's in that too, or can it?"
I mean, I don't even think that's what it is, John. Oh man, I just think that this is the Rock's. Do you know what I mean? It's a marketing thing. It's like if you've been one of those fans that wanted Joan Cavill back for ages.
Ian says, "I heard Henry went off script and broke Zod's neck for real. Forced to use in the film, or he wouldn't come back."
He did. That's a true story. That's a true story.
Yeah, that's why we haven't seen
Christopher
Zod.
Reeves kind of had that same problem in Superman
Oh,
2.
Tubbs, no.
No, I didn't fucking mean that. I mean in Superman 2 when he kills that.
The Flash movie is supposed to be really good, despite Ezra being off the wall crazy.
Yeah, I've heard that as well. I've heard it's supposed to be one of their strongest
Yeah,
movies.
this is my problem with The Rock. He does play The Rock in every fucking movie.
No, Brian has said that 100 times to me as well. Like, and look, he probably will in this as well. He'd probably just play a souped up version of The Rock.
Is Shazam
But if it
in
gets
Black
me,
Adam? Isn't
but come
Black
here,
isn't
if it gets
Black
Henry
Adam?
Cavill back as Superman, I'm fucking happy.
Yeah, like we talked about this a couple of months back as well. Shazam isn't in Black Adam. They don't tonally match at all now because of The Rock. And
And to be
Black Adam is a
fair,
villain. He is a villain. Like just recently, he's been kind of more of an anti-hero in the comics, but
see, this is the thing.
literally he's been a villain.
He was originally a villain, and then he kind of helped,
Anti-hero
and then he
became
became the anti-hero, and he's now more an anti-hero than he is a villain. But his origin is a villain, and
yeah.
he should be in Shazam too.
But tonally they don't match at all now, like because
Yeah,
Shazam's like happy-go-lucky, blue skies, happy.
but they
happy
are going to have to mix and match him at one point because
Mm.
if they don't, it's fucking stupid. Like, do you know what I mean? They basically,
Do you think The Rock
he is
is going to have
Shazam's main villain.
share
Like,
the tent pole with that fucking Zachary Levi or whatever his name is?
yeah, I mean,
I don't think
I
so.
think he will show up because I mean, even though it wasn't Cavill in the end of Shazam, they still showed Superman in there, so there's the connection with
Mm.
Superman there. But they could retcon all that shit, dude. You don't fucking know. As I said, look, I don't give a fuck what happens.
Therein is the problem.
No, but see, like
Um,
I'm saying is because of the old ways, because of how it was designed. I mean, I heard a perfect comment the other day about it. It was like the problem isn't with the actors that they hired for these roles. Well, not all of them anyway, but the main ones, Joe, like Affleck,
DC has had the
Cavill.
most problem with actors.
But the Trinity, what I mean is the Trinity, like Gal Gadot was good as Wonder Woman. Do you know what I mean? The actors aren't the problems. What the problem with the DCEU was the producers, like the company, the Warner Brothers, had chess pieces, but they just didn't use them correctly.
Mm.
You know, if they used them correctly, you know, if they used their fucking toys correctly, they could have made better fucking movies. Because it does fall down, it does fall. But at the end of the day, these are the people that are greenlighting these fucking movies to go out. Do you know what I mean? And then your man, apparently, Zaslav doesn't want that. He wants these movies to be coherent. He wants Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman to be the top three characters of the DCU because they are in fucking reality or in the DC universe anyway. They're the Trinity, like. So it would make sense to make these three the top stars. My worry is that The Rock tries to position himself as the leader.
Yeah, that's what's going to happen.
And that's when it will start to fuck over the story. Superman needs to be the main guy.
That's what I mean. Like The Rock doesn't want to share those.
And then again,
Hollywood
look,
dreams.
I mean, if he uses wrestler mentality, he'll pull Cavill over when the time is right.
Dan, I was excited to see him versus Shazam. Chris says third Shazam film for the matchup I've heard. second Shazam film looks awful, I have to say as well. Does Shazam and Black Adam even exist in the same movie versus the Snyder stuff, though? DC movies are all over the shop. I think we'll see that all sorted fairly soon, though.
This is what
I'd
I
like,
mean. I mean, I agree, Brian. I think this is what the plan is now. Is you're
I
going
would
to
like
see
a
that level
serious
out, go
Shazam
in a
movie. The
different
first
direction.
one was way too cute. Yeah, it was. Ian says, I never read the comics because they look the same. I thought Black Adam was bad. Shazam, I thought that, yeah, he pretty much is the evil
But
version of
he's. I
Shazam.
mean, he's literally. I mean, obviously, comics change different variations over time, but he is basically Shazam's main villain. Like,
Mikey says, actors weren't the problem. Ezra Miller and Jared Leto ushered into a corner out of the spotlight.
and
Um,
Amber Heard.
yeah, shot off
Yeah,
a cannon. That's
that's
who
the Trinity you don't want.
that's who you should be shooting out of a cannon, Connor.
Yeah. But you know
It's
what I was saying about the Trinity of like John, like Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman. Like they're the Trinity of actors you don't want in your team.
yeah.
Yeah, get them
Uh,
the fuck out. Like,
Zachary Levy's perfect. The Shazam kid in the superhero's body. He's spot on.
yeah.
Mikey says, I think Black Adam is going to be the Thanos of the DC universe. Now that would be interesting, actually.
Now, see, like this is what I mean, because everyone's biggest problem is when you're writing for Superman movies, like outside of Zod or Doomsday, who do you really put
Brainiac,
there? Like
Metallo.
Brainiac as well, but there's not a lot of choices, if you get me, to
Mm.
go up against him. Like who can actually realistically
Anyone's
take
a
him
good
on.
choice if you write him properly, though.
And Black Adam is right there. Like Black Adam can kind of match him, like and build to that conclusion. Do you know what I mean?
Shazam was one of the few DC movies that I
Do you know what they
considered.
could do if they had any fucking brains, Brian? They could use this now to build to a kingdom come.
See, I don't know any. Oh, like yeah, yeah. I think I know what you're on about.
Yeah, do you know
Anyway,
because
Tubbs, we
Shazam and
are out
fucking
of
Black Adam, they're
time.
all kind of involved in that. Like,
So we are 6 minutes over, but I named our first dog Shazam. That's a cool name for a dog,
but
actually.
yeah, me and all this DC news, as I said, you know what I mean. Like, I'm happy out with it, dude. I'm happy to know that there seems to be a coherent fucking like direction with it, and I hope I get to see Man of Steel 2 has been fucking greenlit to fucking go. I'm fucking happy.
Metallo is like a DC Superman villain. I think
Yeah,
he's like a
Metallo.
robot.
There's a lot of options, buddy, that have never been on screen.
So let's finish this live stream with the big rumor I saw during the week that Robert Downey Jr. could be coming back for Secret Wars.
I mean,
I don't know how I feel about that, but we're going to end it there.
I mean, but do you think that that's really even an option at this point?
Yeah, very much so, because with all the
but I mean, do you think he would come back at this point?
He put up something and deleted a tweet, and so did Chris Evans, Captain America guy. He said, what was it he said?
Dude, I think Chris Evans,
when Wolverine and Deadpool did or when Reynolds and Jackman put up the yoke, Robert Downey Jr. tweeted, coming back from the dead, funny trick, might try that sometime, and then deleted it about an hour later.
Get the right fucking idea. But I would love to see Chris Evans come back as Captain America and Johnny Storm.
No, thanks. I don't ever
No,
want to see
dude, man, two different timelines. Fucking deadly.
Jonathan said, next week's stream will be Tubbs crying as there's still no plan.
No, dude, I'm a happy boy, John. I'm a happy boy. I can wait. I've waited long enough. I just want to see me some more Man of Steel and more fucking Superman.
Poor Snickers, Simon. David Blaine is the devil. Yes, he is. If the money is right, they'll be back. Of course, money talks and bullshit walks.
Fuck it. Before we go. Brie Larson's a massive cunt.
So yeah, guys, if you're listening to us on Spotify, you can find me at YouTube, Brian's Action Figure Reviews. And if you're listening to me on YouTube, you can find me on Spotify at anchor.fm/Brian-Oregon6. And we'll see you later, guys. Have a good one. And thanks to all the new guys who dropped in the chat. It was great fun, including Ian, who's still here, and a few others as well, and Mikey, Mick, Manga Fandanga, all our awesome regulars. Thank you, and good night.
I apologize for the rage, but I don't want to apologize for the rage. It's been a good show. I enjoyed it.
This has been Brian's Action Figure Reviews. Goodbye. And this has been the Culture Cast.